What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Verma MX, Dr. Fishino, Autumn Shank. What's going on tonight? Johnny Echo, Rollity, MTG Universe, Araziker, Alfrenados. What's going on, everyone? Good to see you, good to see you. What's up, dude? Mr. Bakandu, Kabahouse, Gooby Shift, Faringrim, Aliwash, Drum. How's it going tonight, everyone? We're back. It's a Thursday. I'm super excited to play this deck. It looks really fun. I have no idea if it's good, but it's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure of that. We're going to do cool things. Well, welcome, Zero Vector. The Double Red, good to see you. Cornball Club. What's up, everyone? Well, happy Thursday, I guess it is. How's everyone doing? Oh, I'm glad you didn't miss it, Rolf. Dr. Fishino, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yes, I'm sure I butchered many names. What's up, Q, Slenton, Fengrim, 2015, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, and Eskel for the 10th month in a row. Welcome you back as well. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you too. This list is something else. It is pretty interesting. Oh, notifications are working. That's pretty awesome. So we'll talk about the deck in just a super quick second. First, we got to do our reminders. Yes, thank you everyone again for the subs already. Definitely appreciate it. So yeah, if you missed it, we have the YouTube channel, of course, which had a super sweet Against the Odds last night. We played some Frang Sanity in Modern, and Frang Sanity really makes Mill a lot scarier. I'm super excited. The deck actually seemed way better than any Mill deck that we've played in Modern before, so I was super impressed with that. If you haven't seen it before, make sure to check that out on the YouTube channel. Welcome, Anubis. Good to see you for the first time at the live stream. Holy Perviness. My wife says it sounds as though someone is pinching your anus when you speak. She is listening. Say it is not true. Yeah, there's no anus pinching going on, but hello, Holy Perviness's wife. Good to have you. Yeah, it was a fun one. So if you haven't seen it, it's a pretty sweet one. We have a super fun Commander Clash coming out on on Friday as well, so keep an eye out for that. And big news, I know some people were asking about it. Big news, I'm in the progress of getting rough drafts back. So if you're one of those people that really misses rough drafts, misses some of the limited stuff, hopefully that'll be coming back pretty soon. So I'm excited for that as well. Anyway, the replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams, that's where you can find this stream in the future, etc, etc, etc. So check that out if you miss any of the streams or just want to catch up on old stuff. Of course, the merch page, that's where you can pick up playmats and t-shirts and all that sweet stuff to support the stream and the channel and the site. And down at the bottom, we have donations available, so of course, not required, but donations are amazing if you feel like it. $2 or more, you get your list or your message shouted out on the stream. So yeah, so there's the reminders. One last thing before we get to the deck, I gotta ask you, so we're heading into Poos Fiend. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So we're heading to the fall. That's kind of when new, like on television, you have new series of shows and stuff. So do you have any ideas, any of you, for content stuff that we don't do that you would like to see? Let's have a little like stream brainstorming session. Is there anything you've been thinking, oh man, that would be an awesome series, an awesome video, something like that? Do you have any ideas, basically? What do you all want to see that we don't do right now? Because I'm kind of in the market for some new series ideas, so keep that in mind. Preferably in the Magic world. I mean, we might do a Salty Hearthstone stream at some point, but I don't think we're going to start doing, like, Hearthstone videos or something. BG Freckle, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Momir Hearthstones, rough drafts. Yes, I'm in the process of rough drafts coming back. Yeah, to get the emotes, you have to be a subscriber. That's one of the perks of being a subscriber. More tier decks. Okay. Deck techs and walkthroughs. of how you could make them better. Constructed decks come back and show how it went wrong. Interesting. Brockett, welcome to the Fishbowl. 5 months in a row, thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Welcome, 10. Well, be thinking about it. Sideboard guides for top decks, against odds 1v1 commander, fan-made decks. I think I'm going to start including some fan-made decks into deck techs. So I think we might have like a fan day, because I get so many decks between my email, the stream. So I think once a week for one of our deck techs, instead of doing the infamous small Japanese tournament and Moto decks and stuff, I think we might have a fan-made deck day. I don't know what day it'll be, but I'm planning on starting that soon. So then that's actually doing something with all the sweet lists that I get set in. Oh, awesome, Sir Botcham. Anyway, keep thinking about it. We can come back to these ideas. First, let's talk about the deck and get into this league, because I have a feeling that it might be a long one. There isn't much sealed content, but that might be because I am horrible at sealed. Ooh, Turbo Fog. It looks good, Bosch. All right, so this deck, let's talk about this deck. We can talk about content ideas as we go along. So this is Sultai Reanimator. If you were around on Tuesday, we played one quick game on the way out the door with this deck, and this deck is super crazy. So basically, the plan of this deck is we're trying to stock our graveyard. So for that, we have Strategic Plannings, we have Champions of Wits, and we have Oath of Jace. I also made a couple of small changes. We now have Come On and Feed Me Please. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So along with our Champion of Wits, Oath of Jace, Strategic Planning, we now have a couple of Collective Brutalities, which is weird. It's not good in any specific matchup, but it's okay in a lot of matchups. Like, it can duress against control, it can kill pretty much anything in the mono red deck, can gain us some life, and we can use it as a discard outlet. But pretty much in the early turns, we're looking to stock our graveyard. We also have a grapple now, so stock our graveyard, and then as the game goes along, we have Liliana Death's Majesty and Ever Afters as our reanimation spells, and the main plan is to reanimate a Razaketh, and what we can set up with this is really crazy. So Ever After reanimates 2 spells in a turn, 2 creatures, so we can reanimate Razaketh and any other creature. Like, let's say we reanimate, I don't know, an Arborback Stomper. So then we can sack the Arborback Stomper to Razaketh to tutor out the Ever After. The next turn we reanimate, I don't know, Arborback Stomper and a, let's say, the Scarab God, or an Ishkana, or a Noxious Gearhulk to kill something. So we just get to keep looping through our reanimation targets again and again, because we can keep tutoring up Ever After because it goes to the bottom of our library thanks to Razaketh the Foul-Blooded. So that's like one of the super sweet late game engines that we have going on. Razaketh, and our focus on Razaketh, is the other reason that we're playing so many one-ofs. So the list might look scattered, but after playing just a couple games with it, I realized we do a lot of tutoring with Razaketh, and the ability to tutor any card we need sort of incentivizes us to play a lot of one-ofs because we can find them when we need them. So we have 1 Scarab God for more reanimation, 1 Ishkana, good at clogging up the board against Mardu, against Mono Red if we get to that point in the game, 1 Green Warden for more graveyard interactions, getting something back, 1 Demon, also a sweet target against aggressive decks, just wipes the board. Noxious Gearhulk is a big one, gains us life, kills some stuff, an Arborback Stomper to gain even more life, kind of the horrible Thragtusk, and then a single Pulsing Marasa for more life gain, more getting stuff back. So that's basically what we're doing, and then Traverse gives us an additional tutor, but it's often just finding us a land. We only have 21 actual lands, so a lot of times we're just traversing turn 1 to make sure we hit our land drops to get up to our bigger stuff. So that's what we got going on with this deck. As far as the sideboard, pretty straightforward. We have 1 Lost Legacy, mostly for ramp to get rid of Ulamogs. Crook of Condemnation for graveyards. Arborback, some more life gain. Appetite, artifacts. Fatal Push for the mono red deck or other aggro decks. Grasp gives us some bigger removal, can kill Hazoret, for example. Doomfall comes in against control primarily. To the Slaughter for planeswalkers, and then negates and dispels to protect our stuff, also fight control. So that is Sultai Reanimator, and that's what we're going to be battling with tonight. So yeah, the 21 lands does seem sketchy. Again, I didn't build this deck. This is a list that 5-0'd. I did update it a little bit to try to make it a little bit more focused on beating aggro. I felt like it was a little lacking in stuff for aggro matchups, so those were the only real changes I made, but we're going to run it like this, see what happens. We do have a lot of filtering, which makes the land situation a little bit better. Like, we have all the 2 and 3 mana, draw 2, draw 3, discard, whatever. So we can find lands that way and discard our big stuff. Why not the black Trial over To the Slaughter? To the Slaughter has the upside of being Planeswalker hate for us as well, and we do usually, or at least often, have Delirium. I built your Panharmonica deck to take the FNM in game day. Have you had any improvements over the last week? Not really, no. The main thing I've done is play more like Blessed Alliances and Declarations in Stone in the removal slots to try to fight mono red a little bit better, but that's pretty much the only real change I made. I've been playing this deck, got mana screwed, so I up to 23 lands. Yeah, 21 is definitely as low as we want to be, right at the very bottom. Been working on modern turns that uses Silence and Render Silence as extra turn spells. Ooh. It says the link isn't working. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know, the link isn't working. It's a neat idea, though. Silence is sort of an extra turn spell. The 6th worst matchup is against Control. Pretty decent against aggro from what I've seen. Another streamer that runs it. Pretty sure the guy 5-0'd. Ooh. Well, maybe we can 5-0 and get some treasure chests to feed the kids. Gotta feed the children. Should I be worried about losing my collection on MTGO because of MTG Arena? So MTG Arena was announced today, and I don't think that MTG Arena has anything to do with Magic Online at all. I don't think it does anything. I think that maybe it's like a Magic Duels replacement, and it's also possible that it's like something that's not even really Magic. I've heard that theory bantied about by some people that are pretty on top of this stuff, that it's like some sort of Plants vs. Zombies or something like that, but with Magic characters in it. So, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm not worried about Magic Online whatsoever as far as that's concerned. So this hand... I guess this is fine. We got the Champion of Wits to discard our Razaketh. We got a Yahani if we're up against aggro, or Yahani's expertise, so we'll try this. Yeah, I think it's most likely a duels replacement. Should check out this list for Commander Clash. Maybe not a deck you would run, but someone might like it. Oh no, Basic Island. Are we going after Control right off the bat? Or like Mono Blue Mill? What are we playing? Oh no. Okay. Well, I guess we just collected Brutality if this is probably a Control deck. Oh yeah, let me switch to stream mode here. There we go. Oh, not Mono Blue Control. I haven't seen this deck in so long, and it is so obnoxious. Oh, man. Please don't be Mono Blue Control. It's Mono Blue. Oh! Mono Blue Summonings. Well, still basically Mono Blue Control. What do we do? I think we take Anticipate. If we take Anticipate, our opponent probably has to cycle the Censor to try to hit a land drop, and then we can Champion of Wits. I think that's probably the best play. So let's take Anticipate, pass the turn. I say the name of almost every single legend from Kaladesh wrong. Our opponent didn't cycle? No. Oh, man. Oh, the absolute daggers. Our opponent, there's no way that not cycling is correct there. Not a chance. Oh, now they Oh, my goodness. Oh, this might be the worst. All right, well, this is going to be miserable. Let's play our Champion of Wits. Opponent, let's resolve. Kyftostrophe, 3 months in a row, said thanks for all the great content. 1v1 commander deck text for new content. Ooh, that's a good idea. And welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Alright, so we'll discard Razaketh. We'll discard Noxious Gearhulk. And then we'll just traverse to get a land. Opponent glimmers. So can we beat this deck? Is there any chance that this is going to work? I'm not super hopeful. I guess we'll just take a swamp and pass the turn. Mono blue control my... Yeah, oh man. There's the summonings. And we can't even punish them. Ooh, okay. Well, never mind. Now we can kind of punish them. Whoo! That was a draw. Our opponent can engulf everything, unfortunately, which is pretty annoying, but they're going to have to do it pretty quick. Because if they don't, we get a Razaketh, so they might just have to main phase engulf. Oh my goodness. Another summonings? Well, come on, land off the top, untapped, preferably. Ooh. Jeez. Okay. Well, maybe we're going to win this game after all. So let's attack with both. Hit our opponent. Oh my goodness. That was a super good doll. Delrodis, 10 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. So do we ever after? That's question 1. Paradox Whispers says, love the content, keep up the good work. 8 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, Yahani's expertise is hopefully good. I mean, I guess we just get back both. That's got to be the right play. So reanimate Razaketh, reanimate Noxious Gearhulk. We will... I think we kill nothing. I don't think we actually want to kill our own champion. Yeah, let's kill nothing, because we know we sack our champion to Razaketh. Razaketh also doesn't get bounced, which is a pretty huge deal. Oh man, if we can steal game 1 here, I'm going to feel so much better. Because then we can bring in more discard and stuff. Whew. Thoughts on the Scarab God as a commander, not in tribal zombies, but in blue-black, good stuff. I think the Scarab God is pretty amazing in commander. Donovan Bane. Yeah, we haven't played Donovan Bane in a while. Yahani, is that not right? Dead to next turn to Lumbering Falls. I'm assuming our opponent's going to engulf, and, well, I guess it depends on if they can make a token. Potentially dead to Lumbering Falls. Because Engulf is going to bounce their Metallurgic Summonings tokens if they have, like, Land Anticipate or something that could make a blocker. I was hoping for some ideas from the chat on this post-rotation counters list. Ooh, Skyworthy, 7 months in a row. Here's an idea, fringe formats, where you go over lesser-known formats or take fan-made format submissions. Ooh, that's a spicy idea, and thank you so much for the subscription. Definitely appreciate that as well. Well, let's pass the turn. Oh, our opponent could wait till combat to... Yeah, that makes sense. Engulf. Oh, okay. So let's sacrifice Champion of Wits. Get a... Do we have more discard? I think we're just going to take Collective Brutality. And then we might as well sack the Scarab God, because it's coming back to our hand anyway. It's kind of a combo. And then maybe just take a land? Is probably pretty fine. Yeah, we'll just take a land. And then we'll let Noxious get bounced. Scarab God comes back. This way we get to actually do a hand check with Collective Brutality and then Lumbering Falls for the win if our opponent has nothing. So start with Duress. Make sure our opponent has nothing in hand to make surprise blockers. La Play-Doh, 4 months in a row, best MTG content creator in the biz. Love you, Seth. Well, thank you so much for the subscription. Definitely appreciate that. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Yeah, and I think we got it. So take pieces of the puzzle. You can see the power of Razakath. Razakath, man, so good. Fire up Lumbering Falls, and that does it. Wow, we snuck out a Game 1 win. I am super happy about that. Sweet to see our opponent playing Summonings, though. New content idea, play the whole league, but your page has to be minimized to a quarter of the screen against the odds misclick addition. Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting. Found an old red-green Tron dollar signs going through my box of cards for Grasps. 2 Grass, 2 Grove of the Burn Willow, 3 Karns. Wow, that's pretty sweet. That's a lot of value to just stumble across. Instead of Stomper and Green Warden, splash red for the Locust God with Champion and Oath of Jace. I was drawing and making crazy tokens, only had a mountain. Yeah, you definitely could add even more colors. The Locust God could slot into here. So against this deck, we might bring in Lost Legacy because it seems pretty good against Metallurgic summonings. Definitely want Doomfalls. Definitely want Negates and Dispels. Definitely do not want Fatal Pushes. Probably can go down a Gear Hulk and a Demon of Dark Schemes, and we gotta go down one of something else. Is Twitch supposed to show a commercial in the middle of the stream? That doesn't sound normal. Sometimes if you're just logging on to the stream, it shows a commercial, but it shouldn't just randomly pop them up in the middle of the stream that I'm aware of. Appetite. Yeah, I guess we probably want Appetite too, don't we? So we got to make 2 more cuts. What else do we cut? Maybe we don't want Ishkana? I mean, we do need some creatures. Well, I guess, how good is Yahani's expertise? It doesn't seem that good. We probably don't want 3 Yahani's expertise. We might not even want 2 Yahani's expertise. I kind of want Oath for the card drawing. It is pretty important to be able to stock our graveyard. All right, we'll keep one expertise just in case we want to tutor it up, and hopefully we don't draw it unless it happens to be good. This looks pretty all right, I think. Seems reasonable-ish. Oh man, I would love to get out of this match with a win. I think we want Grapple. I think this is a pretty fine setup. Hey, what's up, Kalitas? Ever use Soulfire Grandmaster and Mana Clash together? I don't think so. That sounds pretty spicy, though. Does that just automatically kill your opponent? Does that work that way? That would be pretty sweet. Char of the Flame, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. We'll keep this pretty good. I mean, we got a counter, we got a Champion of Wits. That's about what we're looking for. Opponent has an island. We don't have any discard, unfortunately. Rags to Riches could be a fun casual card, but it's really hard to make work in standard or any constructed formats or tournament formats. There's only so much music. I mean, we could get rid of the music altogether, I guess would be the other option. 2012, welcome to the Fishbowl. What's up, D Extreme Fighter? Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh man, I think there's a playlist command now. I'm pretty sure I added a playlist command. I mean, it's like a Reddit post, but it's still the playlist. The problem is all the music has to be safe for YouTube and also for Twitch, which means 99.9% of music is off limits. So it's really slim pickings. Yeah, the The Madness deck was not good. That was one of the worst decks we've played on stream in a long time, I think. Have you considered building Is It Guildmage Desperate Ritual Lava Spike combo for against odds in Modern? I know that combo, but I've never really tried to build around it, but it could definitely work. What's up, you? What is my taste in music like? I listen to mostly indie music of some type or another, or old music. Some of my favorite bands are like Wilco, Velvet Underground, Ween. I don't know. Those are some of my most favorite ones. New series idea, I compose music for the stream. That would be an interesting stream. Check out the band called Crystal Fairy. I have not heard them, but I will have to check them out. Shatter Gang Cousins, that link, whenever I click that link, it doesn't work. So I don't know how to see your deck list. It comes up page not found. Infectious Tron? Is that a MTG band? You should make a worse commander I played before and make someone else play. Oh, so build like a bad deck and give it to someone else? That could be a fun episode of Commander Clash. My little brother just took Panmiri to FNM and won a match versus Grixis Death Shadow. Keep up the great work. Well, that's awesome, and tell your little brother. That's super sweet. Opponent tanks and anticipates. Not going to counter it. We're currently 0-0, but we're up a game in this match, thankfully, against Mono Blue Control. Oh man, if we beat this, I'll be super happy. I really hate losing to Mono Blue Control for some reason. That deck, oh man. I like control decks, but this one in particular drives me crazy. We'll just Hissing Quagmire past the turn. So yes, they announced the new Magic Digital Next product today. Sort of. They didn't give us many details, but apparently it's, I don't even know. What's the way to describe it? We're going to traverse for an island here. My guess is it's something like Magic Duels is my best guess. Or something that's not like playing Magic at all. You never looked at my bribery deck on Tuesday. Are you willing to look at it tonight? If you stick the link in the chat, I'll take a quick glance at it. How did I miss it on Tuesday? Opponent has Glimmer. Still not going to counter. Going to save this counter, hopefully, for Metallurgic Summonings. Or to force through one of our big spells. Opponent untaps. Yeah, a Duels replacement would be nice, since a lot of people really... Oh, Jace. Well, okay. We got to counter Jace. That's on our must counter list. What do we play here? Ishkana doesn't get... Well, I mean, I guess we just Scarab God? I guess that's fine. We don't have any reanimation targets yet, but it's still a 5/5, which is kind of big. Hopefully Magic Digital Next is far, far, far away from Puzzle Quest. Yeah, that would be good. Opponent has Metallurgic Summonings. We don't get to Scry yet. Strategic... Ooh. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So let's strategic planning. Hopefully dump something big in the graveyard. Oh man, now we got choices. Now we got a lot of choices. Will you get some rights to some new music for the stream? I am definitely down with new music if I can figure it out. On Twitter yesterday, you asked for commander decks. I got a great response. Been having a bunch of fun with Locust God Draw deck. Ooh, sweet. Alright, so here, what do we do? So we're going to have enough mana we can reanimate something. So we don't want to take Champion of Wits because we can reanimate it as a 4/4. Oh, that's actually really good. So that's one plan. The question is, do we take Liliana because it's best long-term? Or do we take Collective Brutality and cast it immediately? But then we can't use the Scarab God. Are we even going to use Liliana? Alright, I think we're going to take Collective Brutality. And now we're going to play a island. Yeah, we'll play Forest, actually. Get in with the Scarab God. So question 2 is, do we need to just reanimate Champion of Wits right now because of like disallow? I think we're going to. I think there's pretty little downside to just doing this while our opponent's tapped down. and making sure we get this card draw going. So we draw 4, discard. Oh, we got a Liliana anyway. So we can discard Sanctum and discard probably just another Champion of Wits so we can get it back, avoiding counters. Pass the turn. We might be in pretty good shape here. We have a couple of ways. Well, one way. We have Appetite of the Unnatural once it resolves. The Bribery deck looks pretty spicy. It's got a lot of sweet wall ramp. Oh my goodness. Does our opponent just have, like, the nuts? Part the Water Veil. How many Part the Water Veils can they have? Opponent goes to combat. Goes attacking. Well, we will chump with Champion of Wits. Hopefully they don't have another one. That would be brutal. Okay, opponent passes. Whew, thank goodness. I was getting nervous there for a second. There's a Razakath. Yeah, it looks super sweet. Zaire. It looks really fun. I like the wall ramp plan. We've had success with that in the past. Bribery is really cool. I like a Commandeer as well. The only problem with Bribery is it really depends on the matchup. Some matchups it's the best card ever. Other matchups you get like a Goblin and it's kind of okay. So the Magic Digital next thing was part of Hasbro Investor Day. So there's not a super good link for it, but they did tweet about it a little bit. How not to die. Well, let's start with Collective Brutality. 2 modes. Drain our opponent, duress our opponent. Oh my... Oh no. Please counter that. Oh no, misclick. The misclick of the year. Oh, that's brutal. That is so bad. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, maybe that 2 life will be relevant. Oh. Poe's trying to figure out if they need to do something about this. Oh, I really needed that duress. That is very not good. Yeah, it is. It is collectively brutal. No doubt about that. Oh, I don't believe I did that. Opponent lets it go. I'm really afraid of just dying. If they had another extra turn spell, he would have cast it. So let's play an island and just pass the turn. Oh man, that went way worse than I was hoping it would. Glimmer of Genius makes a 4/4. I don't know if just reanimating the champion is enough, really. Opponent puts both to the bottom, which is good news. Oh man, we needed that duress. I think we're gonna lose because of that. Supreme Will makes another token, goes digging. Oh, what's up, Stu? Hey, welcome, Chessmaster. Opponent finds a land. They can't really engulf very well. Oh boy. Opponent's deck. Yeah, okay. Unsummon, sure. I guess. Oh man. Oh. We needed that duress. There's our appetite. Well, discard Razakath. I guess we discard a strategic planning. We're probably just dead still, though. Oh, man, that duress. Okay, opponent bounces. Goes to combat. We kill this. Drop to 12. Oh. Alright, opponent's got us with the slow roll. Sure. Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. Oh, that was frustrating. Oh, wow. All right, well, run it back. I love this or that magic, but some of the decks are a little painful to watch fumble through a game. Maybe more powerful versions. Yeah, definitely this or that could use some work. That is for sure. All right, I guess we keep this. It is not great by any means. Let's lead on Sanctum and just attune for an island. We really want this Champion of Wits to resolve. Opponent leads on island, of course. Doomfall's not bad. Doomfall can kind of force the action a bit. Jake McTwitch, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. What do we do now? Maybe we still just Champion of Wits? It is a little scary. I think we're going to Champion of Wits. Go digging. Discard. Strategic planning, I think. And we might have to just discard a swamp, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll discard a swamp. We just can't really beat... We're not going to beat a active metallurgic summonings with... What is happening? This is not good at all. Well, I guess we kill a creature? Oh man. Pretty sure we're gonna lose to this. As sad as that sounds. Big fan of Goat Magic. When do you think the next episode will come out? Next episode of Goat Magic should be out on next Thursday, I believe. Opponent finds a land. Passes. Play a swamp. Get in with Champion of Wits. Opponent takes it. Well, I guess we gotta play Oath of Jace. Go digging. Discard Yahani's expertise. Discard... I mean, how do we beat Kefnet is a big problem. Is there a way to beat Kefnet? We probably got to dig for another Doomfall, I guess, is our best bet. I think this means we have to discard Liliana. They're going to Glimmer. I think we just strategic... Well, no. Let's pass. Yeah, we have to find the last Doomfall. Opponent activates Kefnet. Draws a card. Oh, man. This is not the way I wanted to lose. Opponent, man. Opponent's giving us chances by playing questionably. Razaketh. Well, that's strategic planning. I guess we take Pulse Marasa to get back a land. Play a swamp. I think we attack. I think we're fine with this dying. Yeah, opponent draws a card. I've been playing Mono Blue Colossus in Modern. I know it's been a while. Do you have any changes that would help? I've been thinking of putting Supreme Will in instead of one of the other counters. Yeah, Supreme Will is a good idea. I haven't actually done much work with that deck list in a while. I don't think there'd be much other than just touching up some of the stuff like Supreme Will. Opponent plays a land. Goes to combat. Gets in with Kefnet. Yep. Well, let's pulse back. Let's pulse back the swamp. Gain some life. No scry. Come on, Doomfall. Kalitas. Any chance of Against the Odds curses? Yeah, I'm sure we'll do Against the Odds curses at some point. I've been using a slightly upgraded version of Budget Magic Spirits and went 3-1 beating Sun and Moon Titan Shift and Jeskai Control while losing the Abzan. Awesome! Our opponent has a million counter spells. They haven't played any this game, but they have them. Yeah, Cartouche's Trials is another good possibility for Against the Odds. I mean, we can get back Champion of Wits to dig for an answer, but then we're going shields down. Oh, we're just going to lose to Kefnet. Do we even win by just playing Kalitas? Probably not. It's pretty sweet to see the red deck doing well. The problem is we lose to Kefnet if we don't get it off the table. I'm not sure we can... I don't think we can play for the long game. Alright. I don't think we can win the long game, because our opponent's drawing extra cards every turn, and they're drawing more counters, they're drawing Part the Water Veils, Metallurgic Summonings. So I don't think we can actually... I don't think we can win going long. I think we have to do something to get rid of this Kefnet, or else we just lose. Which is why I think we're going to have to Champion of Wits, even though it's, yeah. Kefnet draws a card. Opponent gets in with Kefnet. Plays another thing in the ice. And passes. No scrying for us. Well, I guess we can play Ishkana. I don't know if that really matters. Opponent goes with Supreme Will. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. This is making me very sad. This is not a deck I wanted to lose to. Alright, we get an Ishkana past the turn. Now our opponent can win the game, potentially. Pieces of the puzzle. Goes digging. Gets Supreme Will and Glimmer of Genius. So our opponent has more counters. We know that. They're going to be able to bounce everything. We know... Wow, okay. There's a Jace. Yeah, well, Kefnet can attack after opponent draws a card, right? Oh, I guess they can't. Scries and draws. How necessary do you think the Oath is? I would like to build this, but don't want to spend money on a card that's rotating. I mean, I think having more stuff that goes in the graveyard or put stuff in the graveyard is pretty important. Whether it has to be Oath in specific, I don't know if that matters as much. Well, this is a big turn. So we get to traverse. Man, I don't know if this is enough, but we get to traverse. Get a Noxious Gear Hulk, I think. Play Noxious Gear Hulk. Kill the thing in the ice. And then kill Jace? I mean, we're still in a position where we can die to a flurry of extra turn spells. Yeah, Trial of Knowledge is a little worse, but it definitely could work in that slot. There's a Summonings. We did not really want that to resolve. Opponent passes. We get to Scry. Oh, Lord, ever after. Man, I wish we had one more mana. We'll go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent's gonna Glimmer. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, what do we do? Oh, man, this is actually, like, kinda close. We're playing against some sort of mono blue control deck. You mentioned somewhere, I think, Twitter, that you had a Hapatra budget deck almost there. Yes, we will definitely see Hapatra before too long. That's for sure. Opponent's down to 5. Oh, man. What do we do? All right, let's pass the turn. Let's pass the turn. We kind of have a chance. We can't drain for 5. We can drain for 3. Or 4. We can drain for 4. Opponent gets a 4/4. I think we have to leave up the negate to counter a Part the Water Veil and hope that we can sneak out a drain win. I don't think we can counter Glimmer. I think we got to counter a Awoken Part the Water Veil. Oh, man. Oh, if we can pull this off, I would be so happy. There's a land. Pieces of the puzzle. Goes digging. Okay. Let's see what our opponent hits. Negate, Engulf the Shore, double Glimmer. Okay. Oh, wow. This is going to be super close. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in with Kefnet. Attacks. Yep. We take it. How do we get a win from here? Well, I guess we just go drain. Our opponent's gonna engulf in response, though. Pit, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, we know our opponent has engulfed the shore. The only good news is that engulf does bounce all of our opponent's stuff as well. If we just wait and go to attacks, our opponent bounces everything. Do nothing? It's 7 mana to drain, so we can only drain and it would tap us out. Our opponent also has negate. They took... Oh! Our opponent... They must have an engulf. Alright, so our opponent has engulf negate. If we attack, they bounce everything then. I don't see how that's better. I mean, do we have counters left? No. So go draining. Force our opponent to engulf. Yep. Everything bounced. No drain. No scry. We draw traverse. Well, let's start with traverse. Because we do need this land. Traverse for a forest. Play the forest. And just run out our Ishkana. This is the first match, NB. It definitely is. Hey, welcome, Hagfish. Gene Normal, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. The problem is we negate and then we lose to part the water veils. I guess we lose to part the water veils anyway, so yeah. I mean, I think we're dead, but we'll negate. Alright, so we're dead to part the water veil, and our opponent hasn't cast one. They've gone through more than half their deck. It's very unlikely that they don't have... It's very unlikely that we're not dead here. There's a Glimmer. Makes a 4/4. Yeah. I mean, we have blockers, but that doesn't really... It doesn't save us from part the water veil. So our opponent gets a 6/6. They get an extra turn. Yeah. And now they awaken a part the water veil, get 2 6/6s, take an extra turn, and then we lose. I played some part the water veil decks in the day. I know how this works. So that's why that that's why there was a consideration over what to do with the negate, and now it's game. Man, this is a very frustrating loss. Not happy at all about this one. All right, yeah, I mean, no sense in even doing anything. That's game. I don't know, because they glimmered first. If they glimmered and then part the water veil, if they dug for a part the water veil off glimmer, don't we just win there? How much mana do they have? Did they have enough mana that they were going to glimmer and cast part the water veil with negate back up? Because then if we untap, we get to Ever After, because our opponent will be tapped out. And get back Ishkana plus something. So, I mean, maybe we're still dead anyway if we played it the other way. Alright. Oh, man. Jeez. Very disappointed. Did not want to lose to that jank. Oh, man, I hate that deck. We didn't scoop too soon. I mean, I guess I could have let our opponent kill us, but our opponent had another extra turn. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Maybe he wasn't glimmering to try to find an extra turn spell. It's very possible or even likely that that they already had one. No, part of the water veil is sweet, but our opponent... Ugh. I'm just frustrated with how that match went down, I guess. Do you have any suggestions for upgrading Mono Blue Reservoir deck? I don't think there's really any upgrades for it. It didn't really get anything in Hour of Devastation. You could try to, like, it would be much less budget, but you could try to use the split card that bounces, or the Aftermath card that can bounce everything back to your hand, leave to chance. But that would require a pretty big upgrade and it'd be a lot more expensive because you'd have to make the mana base support 3 colors. But as far as just being mono blue reservoir, I don't think there was really anything from Hour of Devastation that really fits in it, because you really need artifacts, and there really wasn't any artifacts. The Blue Moon deck looks sweet. Torrential and Snapcaster is a pretty cool combo in that deck. Alright, on to round 2. Yeah, but we would have been at 4 life, because we are already at 11 life. Ah, deck! Okay, well, oh boy. Oh, this is so bad. I mean, I guess we keep this. There's blue mana. Yikes. Alright. This hand is super, super slow. So if we get to 6 mana, we win? Maybe? Pass the turn. Don't you think that Reservoir deck needs a way to deal with mono red? I mean, right now you're just basically trying to race mono red. Strategic Planning is a really good draw. That was one of the best things we could draw there. That actually is going to find us... Oh my goodness, it's not going to find us a land drop. Well, I guess we got to take Traverse. Yeah, I guess we just take Traverse so we can get a land drop. Aye, that was not exactly how we wanted that to go. We're basically trying to play towards this Demon of Dark Schemes. That's our best chance of... there's Diregraph. That's our best chance of stealing this game, is to live long enough for Demon of Dark Schemes. Do you think that Wizards will print any 0 mana artifacts in Ixalan, or do you think they don't care about jank decks? Gee, it's really hard to predict something like that. It's definitely possible that they print 0 mana artifacts in Ixalan. They're not exceedingly common over the course of Magic's history. So, I mean, it could happen, but there's really no way of knowing. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's arguments for Collective Brutality. I really think we need to hit our land drops. Look, our hand really requires us to get up to 5 and 6 mana to have any chance. Vehiclers are in Ixalan. I think that there are some amount of vehicles in Ixalan. Opponent, getting in. 4/4. I mean, there's... Oh, boy. If we can find a way to turn on this Pulsamarasa, that would go a long way towards giving us a shot. This Pulsamarasa is looking super bad right now. Oh, no. Another... Oh, Yahani's Expertise would be our best draw. Oath of Jace. All right, well... Cast Oath of Jace. Go digging. Discard. Well, this gives us a kind of a chance. Discard Demon of Dark Schemes. Discard Champion of Wits. Play Lumbering Falls. All right, well... Wow, we might have a shot depending on what our opponent has. If they don't have a Lord here, what's our opponent got? They have a Lord here. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, on to game 2. Hey, see ya, Elemental Master. Good night, Rolf the MTG man. Oh boy. Yeah, that was too bad. All we really needed was non-Lord, and we would have wrathed our opponent's board the next turn, but it wasn't meant to be. So, in this matchup, we probably just want more early game removal. Not sure what we're going down exactly. Hexagon Star, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So what are we cutting? Maybe like grapple? I don't think we're gonna play Hearthstone tonight, Key MTG. Maybe at some point we'll have a salty Hearthstone stream, but probably not tonight. Hey, big scoops cheers for Stu's Pizza. Probably go down Arborback Stomper, I guess, and one more cut. I don't think we really need Graveyard Hate. It doesn't... I don't think it does enough in this matchup for us to bring it in. What zombies does this thing... well, Scarab God gets back anything, and then it turns them into zombies. So Scarab God can just reanimate any of our stuff. Razaketh is like the key card of our deck. That's the deck that makes everything work. So it's really, we really do want to find a Razaketh at some point. It is super important to the plan of our deck. I guess we go down like Green Warden is probably, I think I'd rather have Razaketh than Green Warden, honestly. Maybe it's fine to go down a Razaketh. It's just like, that's the card that we need for our deck to work. What's up, Fatcaster Mage? Good to see ya. Alright, well, we get to play first. Oh my goodness. Well, let's do some mulliganing. Alright, we'll keep this. Do we find black mana? That's the biggest question. So, Sunken Hollow, go. Yeah, we mulliganed last game as well. The Oath is to fill our graveyard. The Oath isn't to scry necessarily. Like, if it happens and we get a scry once in a while, that's great. But it's to fill our graveyard and also be enchantment for Delirium. When is Hapatra deck tech coming out? Well, it is coming out soon, but I can't tell you exactly when. But we'll definitely be playing Hapatra before too long. I don't think we can ever cut Traverse because we play so few lands in this deck that we basically have to keep Traverse because it's counted in our land count. Man, second game in a row that Pulse Murasa is looking pretty bad. Oh, man. What's up, Goblin Master 999? How goes it tonight? Opponent gets in. Well, we need land, we need things that stock our graveyard. Any of that stuff would be excellent for our chances in this match. Like a Champion of Wits, any of that stuff would be super good. There's Diagraph Colossus. Well, there's strategic planning. Let's hope like crazy this actually finds us a land, or we're going to be very sad. We need a black land. Alright, so let's take Blooming Marsh. Play Blooming Marsh, pass the turn. Now we have the setup. This is what we want. So now I think we're in good shape. Because now we get to Yahani's Expertise. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are ultra cursed. Ultra cursed. There goes Yahani's Expertise. So what we were going to do is Yahani's Expertise, Pulse Murasa for free, gain back all of our life, and win the game. Now we lose the game, which is unfortunate. Down to 10. Opponent passes. We get an island. I guess we just Liliana and start making zombies? I don't really know what else we can do here. If we play Kalidas, it just dies and we lose pretty quickly. Didn't mill anything relevant with our Liliana. I think the deck is super spicy. Unfortunately, man, we have been having... Oh my Lord almighty. We've been having some pretty bad running with it. That much is confirmed so far. Opponent gets in with Dreadwander. If they have another removal spell, we're probably just dead. I mean, I guess we just gotta play Kalitas and hope that our opponent doesn't have another removal spell, which they probably do. $2 from Marcel Pascal M. Hey Seth. Hang on. Let me see here. How much of it does our opponent have? That is the question of the hour. Pass the turn. Let me see this donation here. $2 donation from Marcel Parcel Mertz. Hey Seth, probably props to your Burn Harmonicon brew for standard. That's my name actually. It's very funny. Guess I'll take it for a run to a league on MTGO. I also mailed you a long time ago. I guess you're busy. Well, I'm sorry if I missed your message, Marcel, but yup. But thank you so much for the donation, and I'm glad you enjoy that deck. Opponent going attacking with everything. Unattacking with everything. Jeez. What do we do here? Midnight Gamering, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. Should play some more Scred because Scred is awesome. Scred is an awesome deck. I agree with that. I think we got to take the hit here and probably sack the zombie to put counters on Kalitas. Ooh. Oh. Just kidding. New plan. All right. Our luck is turning. Brick Pays, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. That was good timing. Perfect timing for a new sub. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yahani's Expertise, anyone? That was the top deck we were looking for. And now we get to, I don't even know if we do Pulse. I think we wait so we can get back our Kalitas. So we'll just get some zombies, sweep our opponent's board. Whew! Man, Yahani's Expertise is actually pretty good right now. It actually kills a lot of really important things. Yeah, we could have Expertise into Pulse, but I think it's better just to wait so we can get Kalitas next turn. That also deals with some of the annoying zombies permanently. Gets rid of a Dread Wanderer forever. Alright, our opponent returns our Kalitas. Sure. Last card is... oh, not being cast. We draw land. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get in for 4. Play Sanctum. Pass the turn. I don't really want to pulse back a swamp, but we might have to. I'd much rather get an actual creature. Hey, welcome, the Harry. Good to have you. Alright. Lord of the Accursed for our opponent. Gets back the Dread Wanderer. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's kill the token. More Yahani's Expertises. Well, now we'll just pulse back our Lumbering Falls. Replay Lumbering Falls. Pass the turn. I think the Pulse resolves first. Oh, goodness. Oh, lordy. And they're 4/4s. Oh, wow. Yeah, now we lose again. Wow. Oh, boy. Alright, I guess we passed the turn. Yeah, I guess we can kill everything. Opponent gets to draw a card. Opponent draws a card. And then we get to push the Lord of the Accursed. Counter Cleric with a new donation says, "Hey Seth, Cheryl's had kind of a bad week. Can you tell her that you hope things get better quickly? I know she'll appreciate it. Still your biggest fan. Starting to lose some weight finally. Well, congratulations on the weight loss. And Cheryl, sorry you've had a bad week, and I'm sure things will start getting better soon. And thank you so much for the donation. Definitely appreciate that as well." Alright, Relentless Dead as a 3/3. Opponent plays a land. We really need one of our big things. One of these days, we need something big. Something big. We haven't drawn any big things. Probably because we sideboarded them all out, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll pass the turn. We have lots of big things that we could theoretically draw into. Although somewhat less now that we sideboarded. Opponent hits us for 6. We draw. I'm convinced that our deck hates us. Play a land, pass the turn. Hey, welcome, Pickle. Glad to have you. And there's a Diagraph Colossus. And a land. So now we have to chump with Lumbering Falls, and not sure what else we have left. I don't think there is an out. Our 21 land deck has come back to haunt us. Oath of Jace. Are there any outs in our deck? Maybe Ever After. If we draw into Ever After and can reanimate 2 things. There's Ever After, but we have... Oh man, this is so bad. We have 0 creatures in our graveyard. I knew there was a reason why why we weren't gonna sideboard out all of our big stuff, and it's because it's nice to be able to reanimate that stuff on occasion. So we're gonna have to discard Ever After. Can we even traverse? No, because we have no creatures. Instant, sorcery, land. Oh, we have card types. Well, I guess we... Man, this is so bad. I think this might keep us alive for 1 turn, so we get to traverse for Ishkana. And play Ishkana to make a bunch of chump blockers. And actually, we're still just dead, I think. 1, 2... Yeah, we're still just dead if our opponent uses Ifnir Dreadlands, but that's all we can do. Hey, welcome, Kelly. Glad to have you. I mean, Ishkana is our only option, but we're still... If our opponent activates the desert, we're dead. I don't think we had the mana. Noxious is 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We couldn't even cash a Noxious Gearhulk if we wanted to. So yeah, that does it. Oh boy. Oh man, this is getting very, very disappointing. Embrace Nurgle, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. All right, we got to take a quick 30-second break. Then we'll come back, see if this super spicy deck will ever run well enough for us to win a game. So 30 seconds, we'll be right back. And we're back on to round number 3. See if we can actually get some wins with this deck. I'm curious what you thought was a misplay there. I mean, I'm sure there probably were misplays, but are they misplays, or are they... I thought Noxious Gear Hall costs 5 mana misplays. mean pork. 6 months in a row. Welcome back for the Fishbowl. Says, thank you for answering my ridiculous question on the podcast. We try to answer all the questions, no matter how ridiculous. Thank you so much for the resub. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops here for a new subscriber. All right, I'm feeling good about this one. This is the one we're not going to mulligan every game. We're not going... Oh, just kidding. We are going to mulligan every game. So I think whoever put 21 lands in this deck might have been a little bit greedy. I mean, I guess we got to keep this. We got 21 lands. What else are we supposed to do? I feel like 21 lands is probably not a good number for this deck. All right, opponent leads on a mountain. This hand does not seem likely to beat mono red. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear. Yup, mountain. There's a Carry Zev. That's a creature that does not die to Collective Brutality. Oath of Jace, okay. Okay, Oath of Jace is a semi-real card. I mean, I definitely get the idea behind the low land count. The idea is we're gonna, like, churn through our deck with all these card draw spells, and we're going to hit all our land drops anyway. So I get the theory behind playing such low lands, especially having the 4 Traverse the Uvenwalds, but I think we've had to mulligan because of 1 or 2 land hands more than half of our games. Almost. Last match we did both games. This match we did this game. Should I buy Swans or Budget Storm? If I had to choose between the two of those, I would probably choose the Swans deck, I think. First matchup was Ultra Jank Mono Blue Control. Oh, that was a frustrating match. Actually, I guess it was like mono... It was like Metallurgic Summonings, Mono Blue counter spells. So, I mean, I like Metallurgic Summonings. There was some sweet things of that deck, but oh boy, that was a brutal match to end up losing. So, we Oath of Jace. Discard Noxious Gear Hulk. Discard Razaketh. Pass the turn. So we what are our possible outs here? Oh, the record's not updated. You're right. I will fix that. There we go. Opponent has a desert. Down to 14. Deck reminds me of some decks that really bank on Traverse to fix mana problems. Why not run Cycle creatures to smooth things out? I've been playing blue-black cycling, and even 1-land hands you keep. Yeah, I mean, if you have a ton of cyclers, that does help. Geez, this is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. If they can follow this up with a Hazoret, we're definitely dead. And we're most likely still just dead. Down to 6. Yeah, we're probably dead no matter what we do here. So we can Collective Brutality plus Fatal Push. No scrying. We do draw land. So play the island. Collective Brutality. Do we just have to 3-mode it? I don't know if we can afford to 3-mode it. I think there could be a fun brain in the jar deck with AKH and HOU. Maybe. I think there could definitely be a fun one. I don't know if it would actually be competitive, but I think you could build a fun brain in the jar deck. So 2 modes. Kill a creature, gain 2. Kill On-Crop Crasher. Drain our opponent for 2. Discard the Scarab God. So we go up to 8. Next turn we can get back Noxious Gearhulk. This does not save us from a Hazoret, which is still just deadly. But you can't really do anything about that. Opponent shocks us. Yeah, oh man. Seems likely that there's a Hazoret coming. What do you got, opponent? Carry Zev that was a good one against us when we had Collective Brutality as our only real removal spell. On-Crop Crasher. Well, in theory, we're not 100% dead. We're still very... I mean, I can't imagine we win from here, but we're not dead this turn. So, actually, we are dead this turn. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Alright, so we get to bring in an Arborback Stomper. We get to bring in Grasp of Darknesses. We get to bring in Fatal Pushes. Those are our best possibilities. Yeah, we should have killed Carry Zeb before combat. I mean, we're 0% to win that game, but I should have killed Carry Zeb before combat. Appetite doesn't really have any targets. Traveler's Amulet could probably replace Renegade Map. Yeah, I think it's a little worse because you got to spend mana to crack it, but I think it can replace it. So I think those are the main cards that we want to bring in. As far as cards that we're going down, probably Green Warden, probably Grapple with the Past, I guess, and something else expensive. I guess it might have to be a Razaketh. I'm a little worried that we're going to get in that position where we just draw 0 creatures again, which is obviously not an ideal position to be in. Wow. This is becoming a tradition. Okay. I mean, we can try this. We got a removal spell. Hopefully we find some blue mana. I don't think I'm necessarily playing so bad. I mean, yes, I didn't kill the not the Hazoret. I didn't kill the Carry Zev before combat, but I was possibly a little checked out of that game because I knew I think I was just kind of going through the motions. But I think the bigger problem is we just have had a lot of trouble running with the deck. We've mulliganed the last four games in a row, which is not really where we want to be. Could you give me some input on my Esper Reanimator deck for GD? Oh, game day. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. I like the Esper take on God Pharaoh's Gift. Kalita seems like a good addition if there's lots of mono red decks. Yeah, I think it looks pretty solid. Except you might need more ways to get things in the graveyard. Maybe Champion of Wits and Strategic Planning are enough on their own. There's Carry Zev. Well, we're definitely going to kill Carry Zev right away this time. From Marcel Pascal Mertz. Hey Seth, if you want to play Reckless Panharmonicon, think about Quicksmith Rebel. Panharmonicon... Let me see. Panharmonicon... If you want to play Reckless Panharmonicon, think about Quicksmith Rebel. Panharmonicon also works with its Enter the Battlefield, so you have 2 or 3 or even 4 shock artifacts. Like the Modern Mill, just watched before the stream. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Marcel. Definitely appreciate it. Alright, so let's just kill Carrie Zev right here. I definitely appreciate the donation. And Quicksmith Rebel could be a sweet addition to the Reckless Panharmonicon deck. The double triggers is pretty sweet. So, Carrie Zev down. So, I guess we're hoping we draw blue mana? That's not blue mana. Blue mana into strategic plans into reanimate something would be good. Would you be able to give me your opinion of my horse deck? Yeah, let me take a look. Opponent, Sun-Scorched Desert. Oh, it's kind of like an aristocrat-y style horse deck. So, down to 19. Oh, that's a really spicy build. The combo of the Anointed Procession Hidden Stockpile with the horses. It looks really fun. Dragon Mage 28 says, love the content and can't wait for next time Blue-White Emiria makes appearance on stream. We'll have to play that deck again. I really like Blue-White Emiria. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Hey, good to have you, Ergo Proxy. So, opponent, Earthshaker Kenra. I feel like this is a challenging matchup. We kind of added stuff that would hopefully make it a little bit better against aggro, because that seems like one of its more challenging matchups. Because it's so easy to just get run over and we do nothing. But Burzen, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, if we're not going to draw blue mana, Grasp, I guess, is not the worst draw. Oh, we really want to use it to kill a Hazoret. We might have to just kill Earthshaker Kenra right here so this Messenger doesn't flip. I think we just have to do that. Do you think Lodestone Golem is relevant, or should I look to replace it with something to fight Death Shadow or other decks in the meta? Lodestone Golem can still be fine, but I think it's replaceable. It does die to Fatal Push, which can be an issue. What do you think about 1 copy of the Scarab God, 2 copies of Kalitas in a Grixis control build? I feel like I'm trying to shape it too much towards facing Rabanamp Red. Yeah, that's really the challenge. I think we'll know a lot more after we get another... Oh, boy. Yeah, that is going to kill us quickly. And, yeah. So, I know that there was a couple of small punts along the way, but I think the overarching theme of this league is we have just run really poorly. Our mulligan streak is up to 4, and we're going through entire games without even casting a spell pretty regularly. Which might partly be because of the 21 land thing, which is super low. I have an idea for new content. Top Donation Weekly picks or submits a deck for a league. Ooh, that could be a fun idea. I think we've just mulliganed. I mean, the mono blue control we lost in 3, and in a matchup that was just a really frustrating game. There's our blue mana, but we're dead. And then after the first match of the league where we played mono blue control, we've literally just mulliganed every single game and just haven't actually really played Magic for any of them. So I think that's the downside of randomness, is sometimes randomness means you get the bad draws for an entire league worth of matches. What is your thoughts on moving Tireless Tracker to the side of Black-Green Delirium Snake in favor of a 3rd Liliana and 2 more Grasp and a 2nd Rishkar? I think Liliana is very good against the aggro decks, so I could see that being a good idea. I think Tireless Tracker is really powerful in a lot of matchups, though. So I think, that's what I was going to say. I think we got to wait and see what the meta ends up looking like. Is it going to be all mono red decks, or is it going to be a whole bunch of decks that are looking to to beat mono red? That's the big question. Port Town for our opponent. So what are we up against now? Blue-white monument? Alright, well, let's traverse for a land. So it looks like, man, this hand is so weird. Thankfully, if we resolve this champion, we get to discard the Razakas, which would be pretty helpful, because we are never going to cast them. We'll just take a swamp, pass the turn. I'm playing in a GP with green-black snake, so I can't wait to see how the meta shakes out. Well, I think Liliana is a good idea. I think you probably potentially still want some number of tireless trackers. I could imagine going down to like 2 tireless trackers, but I don't think you want to cut them all together, because I think that you might find that a lot of people are playing zombies and playing green-black to beat mono red or to compete with mono red, and I think you're going to want tireless tracker in those matchups. So I think that that's where I would lean. Yeah, I don't know if this is Monument or Gifts. Or, I mean, it could even just be blue-white control. I'm leaning towards some sort of blue-white control deck based on the fact that our opponent hasn't cast anything yet, and that seems very unlikely. Alright, there's Spell Queller. Alright, so probably Monument then. Would have been nice to have that resolved, because now we're stuck with double mulligan in hand in these Razakas. You think it's well, I don't think it's our Panharmonicon deck. It could be a Panharmonicon deck. But we don't actually have... Yeah, it looks like the Monument deck. We didn't have Spell Quellers in our Panharmonicon deck. There's the Monument. Okay. Well, Yahani's Expertise is a good card in this matchup, potentially. We have some good cards in this. I've been playtesting a bunch with Mono Blue Colossus. I've replaced the Condescends and Stoic Rebuttals with Censors and Supreme Wills because the deck struggles more with fast decks in the endgame, so early counters seemed important. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good change for the deck. I guess we probably should keep holding this Yahani's Expertise. Do we just pass? That feels pretty poor as well. Here's an idea. Deck check. People submit various decks. You pick one to play a few games, and afterwards give some suggestions to fix the deck, and then a few games after to review the deck. Yeah, I think that that's a good idea. I've thought about doing some sort of Deck Doctor kind of series. I think that that could be pretty sweet. Getting a little thundery here. All right, play the island. I guess, yeah, I guess we just pass for now. Hey, welcome, larger green button. Good to have you. And welcome you as well, Tyler O. Watching from work. Well, that's a good way to kill some time at work. Can Mono Black Eldrazi play Gifted Aetherborn on turn 2 and splash for blue in the sideboard successfully? Can Standard Mana Base support that? Ugh. I think that the answer maybe is yes, thanks to the deserts. Having Ifnir Dreadlands be a black colorless dual land would definitely go a long way towards that working. Alright, there's a Bygone Bishop. Gets a 1/1. We're probably going to have to... Man, hopefully there's not a second Spell Queller. Opponent gets in with Spell Queller. Oh man, this is looking like a second Spell Queller. Okay. Down to 16. Opponent passes. Ever After. Well, play the island. So I think we lead on Traverse. See if this draws out... They could have Metallic Rebuke as well, which is also... That's actually really worse. We're hoping for a Spell Queller, actually, because we can kill the Spell Queller eventually. But if it's Metallic Rebuke... Alright, so we'll just grab a Forest. Man, can you hear the storm? It's like super loud. Yeah, not quite the same as turn 3 Razakath. Well, I mean, I think we gotta just go for this and hope it's not Metallic Rebuke. Come on, please. Alright, it's a Spell Queller. Spell Queller is not the end of the world. Our opponent doesn't have the mana to Westfield Abbey yet. So next turn, we just get to Noxious and kill the Spell Queller. Unless, oh man, if they have Metallic Rebuke too, then we're just dead. But in theory, next turn we just sweep the board and then hopefully take over the game. You haven't missed much except Mulligan so far, Cool Fizz. Yeah, Noxious is definitely the plan. Bygone Bishop. Yep. Selfless Spirit would be pretty annoying. Opponent's only got one card in. Alright, Handworm Militia Captain. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. Opponent, oh boy. Opponent got out to a fast start, and they do have a lot of clues, so they might be able to get back in the game, but we do get to sweep the board, and get a Noxious Gearhulk, and get a Champion of Wits, and we'll get Razakez in the graveyard. So I think this turn, things have finally took a bit of a turn in our favor, because this Yahani's Expertise is going to be super good. Should just concede now and switch to Momir. Well, Tracy King, I don't think we're going to do that. We want to give this deck a fair shot. And we have mulliganed into Oblivion, so I feel like the deck hasn't really gotten a very fair shot so far. So Noxious Gearhulk, this is what we're looking for. And kill the Spell Queller with Yahani's Expertise. Oh man, this is such a good turn. Yes, please. Take a look at my game day deck. All right, Darmok, let me take a peek when I get a second here. So now we get back our Yahani's Expertise. Sweep the board. Get back our Champion of Wits. Whew, all right. Things are starting to look up in this game. Get rid of these Razakez finally, and pass the turn. Yeah, that was a pretty good turn for us. Our opponent can get back into the game with Dusk to Dawn, but I think you probably want to cut some mountains is where I would start. I think 59 is probably a little too many mountains. Two Shivan Dragons, 59 mountains, and some... Oh, 5 Shivan Dragons. Yeah. A little too heavy on Shivan Dragons and mountains, I think. Opponent sack of their clues. Sacks of glue. And passes. We get a Sunken Hollow. Well, let's go attacking. Hit our opponent. And then, while it's tempting to get a Razaketh, I think it makes more sense to just Liliana for now. Liliana plus Grapple. Because right now we'd only really get back Razaketh, but maybe we can mill... Well... Alright, we'll just reanimate a Razaketh, that's fine. That's pretty good. We can sack our Champion of Wits. Now this is what the deck wants to be doing. When we're not mulliganing and playing mono blue counter spells. This is what the deck is trying to get to. And now we have things like pretty well locked in. Unfortunately, our opponent's probably going to scoop pretty quickly here, so we're not really going to get to go off. But we get to start tutoring every turn to fill our graveyard forever after. And this is where the deck can do some pretty powerful things. Opponent's going to keep making clues. I mean, in this situation, we win because we have Razaketh. But what was the match we played before on Tuesday? It definitely was like a long, grindy thing where decks keep getting killed. What's your opinion on Gifted Aetherborn main deck and Snake Delirium for much more red protection? Or does it dilute the synergy too much? I think you might be able to squeeze in a couple. I don't know if you'd want to go the full 4. Probably also depends on what you'd be cutting to make room for them. Alright, so now we get to sack Champion of Wits. Go digging. What do we even tutor up here? I mean, it probably doesn't really matter. I assume that we're probably pretty favored to win from here no matter what. So I don't even know if, I mean, I don't even know. I guess we can just take Traverse and get an Ishkana. That seems fine. Another Liliana. So let's take up Liliana, do some milling. We will just go for the kill here. I mean, we have a Fatal Push, so we can go for the kill. I don't know if it'll necessarily work, but... yeah, our opponent could definitely have removal. Well, I don't even think we need to go for the kill. I think we're just going to attack. I think that's fine. I don't think we have to use our removal spell here. If our opponent wants to double jump and go to 5, I think we're in such good shape. I don't imagine we're going to lose this game anyway. Yeah, we've done a lot of mulliganing this league, Karabet. So, opponent does some blocking. Drops to 5. Effadifs, 3 months in a row, said the decks look sweet, what happened? Mostly, well, welcome to the Fishbowl, first off, and thank you so much for your subscription, and big scoops here for you. But, I mean, I think probably maybe 10% of our problems was punting, and 90% is that we've just been mulliganing. Like, we mulliganed 4 games in a row, and just didn't really do much any of those matches. So I think that's been the biggest issue, is we just have not had a great string of draws this league. I guess it's our turn. Sometimes you get the great draws, sometimes you get the... no, the other way. Not 90% punting. I hope not. I was thinking 90-10 the other way. The land count is, I believe a little bit too low. Our land count is 21, but we have the 4 traverses and also like grapples and stuff like that. Why not just tutor for Ishkana with Razaketh? Well, you gotta sack something for Razaketh, so we would have had to sacrifice Noxious Gearhulk. Now we can sacrifice all of our spiders and so forth to Razaketh to keep tutoring. Yeah, 21 is pretty low. Do you think Collective Brutality would be a good fit for the Gearhulk Reanimator deck? It could be pretty reasonable. It seems like it could at least be a good sideboard card. Oh man, I don't know about that Nerf War card. I don't know about that plan. Well, I think we just win here somehow. Our opponent's still going? They could have a counter now. Alright, well let's Fatal Push a Militia Captain. See if this draws out a counter. It does not. Untap. Strategic Planning. So if we get a Yahani's Expertise, we hit for 5, 6, 7 if our opponent doesn't have a counter. If they do have a counter, we could maybe have problems. I'm guessing our opponent has a counter spell, is my guess. And we also spend life to do that. Well, we will sack a spider. I guess we can just do it with Collective Brutality. That's probably the easiest way. Collective Brutality, 2 modes. Actually, let's just one mode it and kill the creature. So, Collective Brutality on Cloud Blazer. Man, the Rosfather is pretty good when it just sits out there. See if our opponent has a counter. And our opponent scoops it up. Alright, that's kind of what we're liking to do. That's what we want there, is to get the Rosfather out. Start tutoring up whatever we need in every situation. So that's how the deck is kind of supposed to work. Do you think that Black-Green Constrictor really matches up well with the current meta, or was the Pro Tour result a fluke? I think that Black-Green has a pretty good matchup against Mono-Red. Is it possible to buy a MTG Goldfish playmat signed by you? Right now, it is not. Damages26, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh yeah, but I forgot. So this is something people have been asking for a long time. I finally got a P.O. box. So if you want to get a card signed or just send me something in the mail, which could be a playmat, that would be a way I could sign a playmat. Hey, Tracy King, have an awesome draft. Thank you for stopping by. So you have the ability to do that now. So that would be a way I could sign a playmat. The problem with just buying a signed playmat is they're all the way across the country from me, so I don't have access to them to sign. It would be very weird amount of shipping. But yeah, so there is a way for you to now mail stuff to me to get signed, or just send me stuff if you want to. All I ask is, if you do send me stuff to get signed, please just include some sort of self-addressed stamped envelope or something along those lines. Because if you just send me a card, it will be very difficult for me to track down you and your address and do that whole process. So just make sure that you do the self-addressed stamp envelope thing to get back the cards that you send to me. So, yes, if you don't do the self-addressed stamp envelope, it's free card for Seth. I will consider it a donation. Actually, no. I mean, oh man, that thunder. I would still try to get it back to you if I could, but it would be very challenging if you don't do that. So anyway, we better sideboard here. We have the Yahani's expertises. Kalitas is super good. We can probably go back down an Arbor Backstomper. We need to make 2 more cuts. Actually, I don't even know if we want to fight the creatures directly. Yeah, we probably won't bring in the Grasps. Bring in the Appetite. We'll just go down the Grapple. Let's try it like that. I am not the founder of MTG Goldfish. I am the content manager of MTG Goldfish. Ooh, alright. This is roughly what we're looking for. Only 2 lands, but we have Champion and Strategic Plannings to set things up. Have you ever punted a signature and signed Richard's name or anyone else? I don't think I've ever done that, no. Opponent, Prairie Stream. I do know my own name usually. That would be a pretty major punt if I accidentally wrote someone else's name. How did I come to work at Goldfish? It's really just kind of a freak thing that it ended up happening, in all honesty. I was posting random article-y things on the MTG Finance subreddit, and Richard reached out to me and said they were going to start doing content and wondered if I wanted to try writing some articles, and it just kind of went from there. It was just a very random freak thing that happened. One in a million that it happened, probably. I want a full set of Tron lands. Oh no. You're going to make me sign. I know it. The cards I'm signing are going to be like, in fact, it's going to be Tron lands. It's going to be all the cards that I hate the most. I know it. I know it. Boggles. Hey, welcome, IR Ricio. Would you sign Temple of Ugin and write fair magic. Please print more on them. Don't make me do that, Jay Zoller. You gotta be nice. You gotta be nice with these signings. Don't make me do things that are against my belief system. What kind of friends are you? I'll happily sign Blood Moons. Or Panharmonicons. Any jank, really. I mean, I'll sign whatever you want. And I'll write whatever you want. Well, I don't know if I'll write whatever you want, but I'm trying to be accommodating with stuff like that. We will discard a Green Warden of Murasa and a... Actually, what do we discard here? We're playing towards Yahani's expertise. We have strategic planning. Traverse could be good. Yeah, discard Green Warden and discard... I guess just Championowitz is fine. And pass the turn. You can write on my Tron set, I hate you, you're terrible, why do you exist? Okay. I would be fine with that. The P.O. Box is P.O. Box 110, and it's in Clyde, New York, C-L-Y-D-E 14433. So feel free to send me stuff, and yeah, I'll get it back to you. Oh, Gisela. I was not expecting Gisela. Well, I think this is fine, because we can, yeah, well... We can't Yahani's expertise this turn unless we draw a swamp, actually. Swamp? Traverse. Alright, so what do we do here? Well, let's just strategic planning. Go digging. Get a... Jeez, all lands all the time. I guess we'll take a land here. We'll take Blooming Marsh, play Traverse with Delirium. Can you post it on the website? I won't remember it. Yes, I will post it. I will definitely post it somewhere so you can remember it. And what do we grab here? I guess Ishkana is pretty good. Let's take Ishkana. Play Blooming Marsh. Pass the turn. That is right, a little cheeky. P.O. Box 110, Clyde, New York, 14433. T.M. Broder, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I'm actually excited to see what shows up. I think it'll be fun, actually. So I'm actually definitely excited about that part of it. I mean, as long as it's nothing too weird. No, like, severed fingers or anything like that. Opponent. Gonna hit us for 6, I assume, in the air. Yep. Down to 12. Oh, Jay Zoller coming through with the command. Good idea. No, sever. No toes either. Just... Nothing severed. If it's severed, don't send it to me. All right, let's lead on Yahani's expertise, I think. Plan A. See if our opponent has a counter. Ooh, all right. And we get to Traverse for free? Sure. We'll do that. Anything for free is good. No dead bodies, no severed things. Let's try to keep it to magic and magic related stuff. Let's try to stay in that realm. Definitely nothing severed. Have you thought about a video of opening P.O. Box stuff? I haven't really thought about it. I guess it would depend on what I get. I don't think I would do a video of just like opening... Can I sign up football because of all the punning? That's very good, a little cheeky. Yeah, I would sign a punt football. I guess if I started getting stuff for some reason, like if people were sending me magic cards to open or something, then maybe, but I don't think I would just open people's letters with cards to sign in video. I don't think that would be an entertaining video, but I don't know. I guess it depends on what I get in the P.O. box. But I don't think if someone sends me a playset of Blood Moons to sign, I don't think I would make a video about that. What are we even traversing for? Probably something, I mean, I guess we just take Demon. Demon seems like a good long-term plan. Another sweeper, a traversable sweeper. Pass the turn. Crack's thumb is okay. That's the only thumb I want to see, though. Signed Bob Timberlake rookie card. Man, I'm gonna get weird stuff in this P.O. box, aren't I? I didn't even consider that. I figured that I would just get cards to sign. People always ask me for the ability to sign cards. But I mean, that's the main thing. You can send me whatever. But the main thing is, it's a way, if you want to get a playmat signed, if you're willing to do the shipping aspect of it, or if you want to get a card signed, like anything like that, it makes it much easier to do that kind of stuff. Well, let's just lead on Noxious. Man, I feel like we're just going to cast big things until our opponent succumbs. Or scumbles, we should say. Kill the Gazella. Pass the turn. How would you react to opening expensive cards in bad condition or cards ripped in half? Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the destroying expensive cards thing. I don't know what my reaction would be. Mexican chips and candies? Okay. Okay. Opponent. Oh. There's the Dust Dawn. That's going to be... Oh, our opponent doesn't have much to get back yet. So it's not as scary as it could be. And our opponent's out of cards. All right. We're in good shape. I feel the match win coming on. Nicole Bolas. 6 months in a row. Will I co-sign your mortgage? No, no co-signing. But thank you so much for the subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, let's just go Liliana value. Why not? Oh, we could even reanimate something, except... Ooh, we could reanimate Green Warden and get back Traverse and Traverse for... Let's just make a zombie. That's fine. Make a zombie, mill some lands, pass the turn. No, not Modern Madness. That was super brutal. I don't even have headshots. I'm not an actor. Maybe I'll have to get some headshots to sign if that's the thing people want. Are you making more merch on the site or not? Please make some funny Saffron Olive meme merch. I would buy all the merch. I'm sure that we will have more merch. What would be good Saffron Olive meme merch? Just like things that I say. Ooh, there's a Bygone Bishop. Alright, opponent's fighting the good fight. Jamesus, 27, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh, well, maybe I'll have to see about headshots. I didn't even think of that. But I guess that could be a thing that I'm supposed to do. Oh, the Kibler pose. I don't know about the Kibler pose. That's kind of Kibler's thing. I don't want to encroach on Tibbler's posing territory. Yeah, let's just take up Lily again. And Noxious to get rid of Bygone Bishop so our opponent can't start drawing cards. I feel like we're in really good shape, but we do want to close out the game before our opponent somehow flips a Westville Abbey, chains stuff together into Westville Abbey. That would be a way we could lose from here. Pass the turn. Make a shirt that says hit our swans, draw some cards. That's a good one. A Saffron Olive Planeswalker. That would be pretty good. Saffron's Guide to Pronunciation. Yes. It would be like a a book on tape, just going through the alphabet and mispronouncing things. Well, let's just keep ticking up Liliana. Ooh, there's a Razakath. That's a good reanimation target. Go attacking. Man, I would love to just find Ever After. Ever After would be super sweet. Get in. Hit our opponent. I think we're just going to get back Championowitz here to dig for Ever After to get back Razakath. And then I think we're winning this game anyway, but then we get to win in a really fun way. And, I mean, since we're 0-3, winning in a really fun way sounds like a good idea. Championowitz coming back. Eternalized. Necropotence. How did Stu even come up with that? Necropotence? That's not even me. I know how to say necro. Necropotence. Necropotence. That was one of the weirdest mispronunciations I think I've ever heard anyone say. Pitch Collective Brutality. Pitch Liliana. Pass the turn. We did find our Ever After for the funsies. Ooh, Friends Wristband. Yeah, I want to do something with that. I do. I think that would be a good one. $5 donation from Thunderbolt. Great decks, great content. Keep it up, man. Well, thank you so much for the donation, Thunderbolt57. Definitely appreciate it. And I don't know about great deck with this one, but it is a fun deck, and I feel like we just got a little bit unlucky, but how about a Saffron Olive MTG talk show? You could interview all content producers and WOTC people. So I have this idea. I've had this idea forever because it combines two awesome ideas. Here's the idea that I have that I think would be awesome. I don't know the name of it. I was thinking like, well, no, that's not a good name. Do you ever hear the movie Coffee and Cigarettes? It was like this, I think it was Bill Murray that did, I don't remember who did it, but it was just like people talking and drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, and it was famous people. But I wanted to do like, it can't be named Momir and Cigarettes, but I wanted to do a series that was having other content people or Wizards people come in, and it would be kind of like a talk show interviewing series, but it would be over a game of Momir. So you get them in, they have to play a game of Momir, and while the game of Momir is happening, that's when the talk show interviewing type stuff would be happening. I think it's a really sweet idea. It also, I mean, I think it would also probably be a little bit of work to make it good, but I think it could be fun. Coffee and Momir. That's a better name for it. Because people always ask for a Momir series on the channel and a talk show interviewee type series. So somehow sticking those together would be sweet. And then, wouldn't it be sweet to have to watch, like, I don't know, Marrow or The Professor? I guess you see some of those people do it. But people like that, like, also they would be forced to play Momir, which I think would be hilarious. Because you never know what's going to happen in a game of Momir. You never know. You never know. So we should be killing stuff so we don't die. But it seems so much more fun to reanimate stuff. You know what? I think we gotta kill things. Oh, I'm so sad. Actually, no. We just attack with everything and go from there. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be a series that we do at some point. Let's swing with everything. See what our opponent does. Don't really care about our opponent's Gideon. We're just a little worried about Westville Abbey. That's the only conceivable way of losing this game, I think. Momir while eating super hot chicken wings and eating a tablespoon of cinnamon and conducting an interview. Oh, that's next level. Alright, blocking Noxious, jumping, blocking, blocking. Okay, sure. Jump, 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 jump. Well, now we don't even have to play Demon. Now we can get back Razakath. And let the fun begin. Candidly, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. A Momir game show where you... Wait, what was this idea? Where you ship them to a hostile island and each week they get to play a Momir tournament to win it. to win immunity or get voted off. That sounds excellent. I like that idea. Yeah, let's ever after. I mean, this should probably draw the concession. I don't think our opponent can win from here. And we're on the win board. On the scoreboard with a win. That sounds better than win board. Get a Blooming Marsh, sure. I don't think it really matters, because we can just tutor our entire deck here. Or a big percentage of our entire deck. I don't even think our opponent can draw anything that matters at this point. So we'll make a zombie. Pass the turn. Oh, we milled our Scarab God too. Yeah, it would have to be interesting guess. That's definitely true. That would be part of the challenge. I don't think it would be a weekly thing. It would probably be more like a monthly type thing. And our opponent scoops it up. All right, on the scoreboard with a win. It took a few rounds and a lot of mulligans. I think this deck is better than it's showing. Partly because there was probably some punning here and there, but also because of the draws. But I think the deck is better than it's letting on right now. I think this is a outlier performance for the deck. Quantum, 5 months in a row, says we did it. Yes, we did. It took a few matches, but we got there. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Mutterings and Momir. That's a good one. Momir and boxing. I don't know about getting famous Magic people to box each other. Moments with Momir. Seth versus Platinum Pros. Ooh. That would probably be me, like, playing Brews and getting crushed by Platinum Pros. Maybe that would be fun. Foreboding Ruins for our opponent. So, is this a control deck? I hope it's more of a mid-range deck and not mono red splashing black. Let's strategic planning. Grab, I think we gotta just take a land. And Blooming Marsh is a fine land, I guess. Pass the turn. Would Sultai Delirium be better? Maybe? I mean, I really think this is not a representative league for this deck. Like, I really think it was just a lot of weirdness. The whole, like, small sample size thing, I think that that's the biggest thing with this league. Play Blooming Marsh. Champion of Wits is a sweet draw. Definitely down with that. So Champion of Wits, do some drawing, do some discarding. Also gives us a chump blocker for this Scrappy Scrounger. Momir and chill. Ugh. Well, discard Gear Hulk, discard Gear Hulk. Would have liked to hit a land. Yeah, there is a lot of Delirium stuff going on in this deck. Oh boy. We lost to Mono Blue Control. Then we lost to Mono Red, which is probably a legitimately hard matchup. And then we lost to... What was our other loss to? Someone will remember. But against Mono Red and against the other deck, we did so much mulliganing. It was really an over-the-top amount of mulliganing every single game. Opponent gets in. Down to 17, or 16 rather. Yep. Come on, lands. There's a land. Okay, we're slowly getting there. So let's start with our strategic planning. Dig for more lands. Bestie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Play our island. What's in our graveyard? Double Noxious Gear Hulk. Whew. So next turn we do get to start reanimating. I think we're just going to Collective Brutality, kill Bombat Courier. Just so our opponent can't draw a bunch of cards. Because then next turn we get to just start going off with our reanimation. Like Gear Hulk plus Champion of Wits coming soon. Pass the turn. Would you check out this budget sniper list? Sniper? Ooh, what is... Oh, Battered Golem combo, eh? That's a super spicy against the odds kind of deck. We didn't get Hazoreted yet. It looks really budget friendly, and it's a really unique combo. It's the Bonded Courier. Yeah, let's Sunken Hollow, and I think we just Liliana. And yeah, let's just make a zombie. I think this is fine-ish. Do some milling. Wouldn't mind getting a Razaketh in the graveyard. Pass the turn. Saffron's Brews and Scoops. That's describes every series that I'm on. that about sums it up. Oh. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? So we're one land away from the big Ever After. Alright, opponent kills our zombie. Hopefully we don't get Hazoreted. Opponent shouldn't be able to get empty-handed here, so that's good. Ramanamp Ruins. So this is mono red just splashing black. If they have Hazoret and a 1-drop, alright, Earthshaker Kenra. So we're probably going to kill Liliana, which is not actually super fun for us. Time Pinkerton, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. You could have a show reading funny stories and emails from fans and friends and turning those stories into decks. That's a really unique idea. Huh. I've never thought of such a thing. That could be cool, though. Sanctum. Alright, so let's grapple with the past. I think we're just getting back a land. Yeah, we'll just get back a swamp. Play the swamp. Yahani's Expertise as a temporary fix. But next turn is the turn. Now we get to make a zombie on defense, do some milling, pass the turn. So now we got the Ever After, and we got our graveyard pretty fully stocked. Another Abrade. Oh, that means Scrap Heap isn't coming back. That's kind of good news. Pass the turn. Opponent. Is it Earthshaker Kenra, or do they have Hazoret? Alright, looks like Earthshaker Kenra coming back. Oh, this is ideal. Well, maybe we can beat the red deck. Oh, wow. Ramanamp Ruins kill Liliana? We are pretty alright with that. Oh, geez. This is going to be a good Ever After. This is going to be a super good Ever After. So, Ever After, get back Razaketh and Championowitz. It's a combo. Oh, it's so good. Champion draws and discards. Then we get to sack Champion, get back Ever After. We'll discard Oath of Jace and land. And we'll pass the turn. All right, mono red deck. Can you be a Razaketh? I don't think our opponent can. I don't think our opponent can beat this. I think we're good. I think we're good. So when we aren't mulliganing and punting as much, it seems like the deck is actually pretty sweet. Mostly mulliganing. Opponent. Watch them somehow steal our Razaketh. That would be bad. Karizev's Expertise or something. This is a deck that 5-0'd a... Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Sack Champion of Wits. And I think we're going to take a turn off. Ugh. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can Ever After, but we don't want to die is the problem. I think we just take Pulse. We're dropping to 8, though. We don't want to, and they have a Earthshaker Kenra in the graveyard. If we just Ever After, well, I guess that's probably fine. All right, we'll just take Ever After. So we dropped to 8. $25! Oh my goodness! Fangrim, thank you so much! I started playing Magic to deal with the stress of my life, and your budget Magic videos have made that opportunity available for me. Thank you for all the work that you do. Well, Fangrim, I'm glad the budget Magic videos are helpful, and thank you so much for the donation. That is super amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, so we get to untap. I guess we just do the same thing. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you again. Thank you, thank you. So I guess we just Razakath. I guess we can just Razakath Noxious Gearhulk and kill the Scrap Heap. I mean, that's fine. We gain back a little bit of life. Put up a big board. Have blockers for Earthshaker. Pass the turn. Why would you fake Pulse when the alternative is 8/8 Flyer? I mean, 8/8 Flyers die to stuff like Unlicensed Disintegration. But, I mean, this should do it. I don't think our opponent can get back from here. And we can always sack Gearhulk to tutor up something. Trade our Gearhulk for a Arbor Backstomper or something. Seems pretty good. Opponent's in the tank. I don't know what they're really even tanking on. Yeah, Razakath is so big for this deck to deal with. If we actually live long enough to start doing this, it's really hard for this deck to keep up. The challenge is living long enough to get to this point. Yeah, I mean, that's the sweet thing about Razakath, is we can just Ever After every turn. And we're progressively getting back more and more creatures. Sack 1, get back 2. So it's a really powerful late game loop. I mean, how could they not need to scoop? Like, what outs does their deck have? Did they draw another Unlicensed Disintegration? Is that what they were thinking on? And we just run it back? Instant replay, do it again? Oh, that's what's happening, isn't it? Alright, well, yep. Run it back. We'll take our Ever After. Sure. I mean, sooner or later, they're not going to draw an Unlicensed Disintegration, but we know every turn we're drawing Ever After because of a Razakath. So I think we win this battle. Opponent passes. Play the land. Ever After. I mean, we'll just literally do the same exact thing again. Ever After. Razakath. Noxious Gearhulk. Earthshaker can't get through our... Oh, they ate the Earthshaker. So that's what they were tanking on. I mean, Earthshaker doesn't beat Razakath anyway, because Razakath is so big. The Razfather does not care about Earthshaker Kenras. has Pump and Fling. Yeah, I mean, they could have some really weird combination of cards. The problem is they only got one card in hand, and they die really quickly. And we can even just get back a Noxious Gearhulk to... Yeah, opponent scoops it up. Eventually, like, in this position, we can start getting back our Noxious Gearhulks to kill our own creatures, just to gain the life. So we have that to gain big chunks of life each turn, too, so... Well, that went pretty good. Does Torment of Hailfire win them the game? I doubt they have it. I didn't actually do the Torment math. It very well might have. Multiplayer Momir. I don't know if multiplayer Momir is a thing that exists on Magic Online. Yeah, if our opponent tormented us, I couldn't even be upset about that. That would just be too ridiculously funny if they just tormented out of their red-black aggro deck. Alright, so bring in Arborback Stomper, bring in the early game removal, go down one Razaketh, go down one... I think we gotta go down Scarab God. Scarab God hasn't done much for us this game, but I think this is a matchup where we need to cut it. We can go down a Grapple with the Past, and one more cut. What's our last cut, chat? Primo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Jay Zoller, just another shout out. Your new Momir list is super awesome. We need one more cut. If approached, would I do an enter the battlefield interview? Yeah, I think I would. Off the top of my head, I would probably just snap say yes. I mean, enter the battlefield is awesome. They do such a good job on that. It's a really good series. The ones I did at the Pro Tour were pretty funny, especially the is it Matsui? The Japanese team one was really funny. One more cut, one more cut, one more cut. Maybe we go down. Hey, what's up, Mai? Ooh, spicy Momir brew. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Yeah, let's go down one Lily. Try it like that. Yeah, Green Warren, that might have been a better cut. The record is improving, but still not good. Ah, jeez. Powerful, but super slow. No enablers. We can traverse for a land. I don't know if we can keep this hand, actually. I don't know if we can do it. I think we got a mulligan. Yeah, we're fighting for the 2-3 dream. Yeah, I think we're gonna mulligan this. I just don't think you can keep up with mono red. This is actually a lot better, I think. Razaketh, gonna have to go to the bottom for now. This hand looks all right. I think this hand's fine. Fine-ish. Opponent leads on Ramanon Bruins. And there's the Bonded Courier. Hey, welcome, Hinabi. Glad to have you at the live stream. Although, replays are pretty awesome, too. Noxious Gearhulk. That's actually not a bad draw. Hissing Quagmire. Noxious is a pretty good thing to discard to Collective Brutality. I don't even think that just getting a Razaketh in the graveyard is that valuable here. I think we need to use that instant sorcery discard on Brutality more. Yeah, we haven't done too much discarding with Brutality. There's a Scrap Heap Scrounger. We're probably going to use it here. We're probably going to kill the Bonded Courier and discard Noxious Gearhulk. Seems like a good plan. Keep our opponent from drawing cards. Bomb-at Courier is actually really good. Ooh, another Brutality? Oh, do we go... Well, let's just go 2 modes. Let's kill and drain. I think is fine. We could Duress. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, let's just kill and... Well... Yeah, let's kill and drain. So kill Courier, drain our opponent, go back up to 20, discard Mr. Noxious Gear Hulk. Jay, I think there's a way you just do add Momir or something like that. Momir add. Jay Zoller is the master of Momir. Should be able to Momir join. That sounds right. Yeah, opponent. Oh man, with the painful mana base, not that we can really punish them, but double Ramanop Ruins, no mountains is a little bit sketchy. Would I troll you over card names? Does that sound like something I would do? Opponent. I assume they're gonna go attacking. Opponent goes attacking. We draw a Blooming Marsh. Well, let's do the same thing. Yeah, same 2 modes. So kill this, drain our opponent, discard a Blooming Marsh. Oh, Rolsey, we did a lot of mulliganing over the first rounds. Lost to mono blue control in round 1. Mulliganed every game for the next 2 rounds. And now we're on the road to recovery in round 5. We won last round over blue-white monument. And now we're up a game here against red-black aggro. I don't know if we're favored in this match. Maybe. Yeah, Sleight of Hand is the most common substitute to Serum Visions that I've seen. Are we 1-1, Prebo? We've played twice. Opponent gets in, down to 11. Yup. We are going to need to find something. Fatal Push is kind of not bad. Let's strategic planning. All Regent, 10 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Arborback Stomper is kind of something. We just need a land. If we get a land for Arborback Stomper, so we get to Fatal Push, probably Earthshaker Kenra, and then follow that up with Arborback Stomper, that seems like a pretty good turn. Village Messenger for our opponent, and goes attacking. Well, we gotta kill something. I think we're just gonna kill Earthshaker Kenra. They're a long ways away from actually getting it back. And they immediately get back Scrap Heap, so I think that's the way to save the most life. You build a 4-color version? What was your other splash color? Or the 4th color? Hey, see ya, Fangrim. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Opponent shocks our face. Well, come on, untap land. Untap land. Yeah, now we're literally dead. This flips to a 2-2 when we... Well, actually, I guess we're not literally dead. We can block with Hissing Quagmire, maybe, if our opponent has nothing. But that does not seem like a winning line. Then we're needing an untap land for Stomper again, and our opponent just gets back Scrap Heap. So I'm pretty sure we're just actually dead. So, yeah, I mean, we'll play it out. Don't want to scoop too soon, but I feel like we're very low % chance. Do they have a Fatal Push or something? they got? Unlicensed. Yeah, we're dead in multiple ways. Yikes! Well, on to game 3. And do we want to change anything else? Probably not. I think we just run it back. We're on the play this time. We were pretty close to it being good. We did have to mulligan a bit that game, so hopefully we just get a really good hand on the play here and win. It could definitely happen. Yeah, the red-black deck we played on Tuesday, whoo, that deck was, I mean, it seemed really horrible outside of very specific matchups, and we just did not hit many of those matchups. Against Death Shadow, it felt great, but oh man, that deck was just drawing dead against Tron or Combo or most non-mid-range creature decks. And we didn't play many of those. We did beat Death Shadow. And then this deck, I really think this one is slightly better than it looks. I don't know if it's like a tier deck or anything, because it is pretty slow and has some questionable choices. I think the big thing is, I think it's just playing too few lands. I don't think that 21 is enough for what this deck is trying to do. So I think that that might be the easiest potential fix. Ooh, this hand actually looks really good. So we have double strategic planning and a Pulse of Murasa to gain 6. So that should help us hit our land drops and gain us some life to get to this Arborback Stomper. And hopefully, that's enough to take down this match. Bonnet has a mountain. Come on, no 1-drop. At least no Bombat Courier. Always with the Bombat Courier. Bonnet gets in. 4-1. Played a version with more creature-based discard outlet and no bloodlines, and it seemed a bit stronger. Yeah, maybe that would help with the red-black deck. Yeah, we'll just fire off a strategic planning. And I guess we just take Blooming Marsh. We do need the mana. We can't really Ever After yet, so take Blooming Marsh, pass the turn. What do you think of this deck? Suggestions? I don't know. I don't really have a good feel for it yet. I think it's better than it's looked in this league, but how good it is, I'm not 100% sure. It definitely... We have suffered from some really clunky draws, and it might be how the deck is built that's giving it some of those problems. Lockout Jaws, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. The other thing is, it's just a slow deck. So it's a little bit worrisome in a really aggressive standard that we're occasionally just going to lose to our opponent having way faster draws than we do. I think we just Oath of Jace here. Get this Razaketh out of our hand. Maybe draw into something sweet. Fatal Push is something sweet. We're definitely down with the Fatal Pushes. So we'll discard Razaketh. So next turn we can Fatal Push plus Pulse back a land? That does slow us down for... Alright, discard Razaketh, discard Hissing Quagmire. Pass the turn. Weird question, but if you enter the wrong password on Magic Online and get a message... do you get a message your connection to Magic Online has failed? I think it might say that if you enter the wrong password. That sounds possible. I'm trying to remember the last time I typed my password incorrectly. But that does sound kind of familiar. Well, we'll see. We might Pulse the champion. It'll depend on... there's On-Crop Crasher. It'll depend on what we draw. So our opponent's getting in. We gotta kill the Bonded Courier, or it's gonna draw too many cards. Embrace the Vape! 4 months in a row! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Down to 14. So, if we draw black mana? Let's see what we draw. Noxious Gearhulk. Alright, so I think we just Fatal Push, kill Bombat Courier, play an island. Yeah, we're just gonna pass Impulse. The old pass Impulse. Can I send you my Absent tokens that runs Ulamog, Rights, and From Beyond? Ooh. Yeah, sure. That sounds like a spicy build of tokens. Ulamog tokens. Bone it. Come on, no Hazarets. Eldrazi Obligator is not super good when there's no creatures on the battlefield. Unfortunately, we can't, if we don't hit out untap land, we can't actually do much next turn. Which is not good. They have a Village Messenger too. Alright, well hopefully we just draw, I don't know. So I think we gotta get back the land. So let's Palta Maraza. Get back Hissing Quagmire. I think this is our best bet. Next turn, we can Fatal Push and Strategic Planning. Or if we draw land, maybe we just Arborback Stomper, although it's risky. So we go to 20, drop back down to 13. Staying alive. Hey, welcome, Doom Miser. Good to have you at the live stream. No scrying. Oh, and it is an untap land. So now we got options. We can't just Arbor back. That's gotta be... Our opponent can make it not block, though. With the on-crop crasher. Yeah, this is super close. How about trying the mono-green Stompy deck Dev made on Strictly Magic? I don't know what that... I haven't seen that list, I don't think. But, possibly. We played Mono Green Stompy a while ago on Budget Magic, but not since Hour of Devastation came out. The only downside is we're only pushing a Village Messenger. Arborback is pretty good, even if they use removal. On-crop crasher, we're not guaranteed to hit an untap land next turn, though. Well, let's strategic planning, I guess. We could hit, like, Collective Brutality. That would be another pretty good hit. Oh, boy. There's Yahani's Expertise. Well, I guess we gotta take Yahani's Expertise. Play Hissing Quagmire. Alright, Fatal Push. It is. See what our opponent plays. Yahani's Expertise can be pretty good. We are getting hit for a bit. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks with everything. Do we even spend the Fatal Push? We're taking 7 down to 6? That could put us in burn spell range. Yeah, I don't know if we Fatal Push. That's actually a really good question. 7 down to 6, so we die to like double Incendiary Flow. They're still gonna have this on-crop crasher, which is unfortunate. We can Yahani's Expertise at 6. That also leaves us dead. I think we do Fatal Push. It doesn't feel great, but I think that we have to do that. 7 actually seems much different than 6, with incendiary flows and tons of 3-power haste creatures. So I feel a little bit safer at 7. Like, Hazoret's going to be a disaster either way. So down to 7. Maybe our opponent just plays more random creatures. That would be good. Sir Boshamham, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Oh, come on. If you got a creature, play it. You got to play it. Not Hazoret, though. Oh, no! Oh, boy! And now we're dead. Yep. Well, that's a card we can't beat. Sunken Hollow. Do we have any outs? Even sort of outs. We did not draw Grasp. We do have Grasp specifically to kill Hazoret. I mean, I think that's it. We kill this, gain 2. Oh, there's just... Yeah, we can't get Hani's expertise. I mean, I guess this is our only line. I assume we're just dead, but I guess this is the only line that makes us not die 100%. Drops the odds to 90-something. So kill on Crop Crasher. Go up to 9. So what are we hoping for? I mean, obviously Grasp is a big one. I mean, we can chump Hazoret technically. So we shouldn't be dead here unless they can kill Gearhulk. Well, yeah. I mean, now we're dead. Second Obligator does get it done. Whew. Well, so what do we learn about this deck? And we played Mono Red twice. We lost both times. And I think that Mono Red is a pretty challenging matchup for this deck that is just super slow. It is super, super slow. We don't really do anything until turn 5 at the earliest. We're really just setting up, and that's by turn 5 in Standard, people are Hazoreting in some matchups. We do have some good catch-up cards, and our late game is insane with our Razaketh. So I think that this deck is sweet, but I'm not sure how good it is in a format that is heavily weighted towards Ramanamp Red. I'm just not sure that it's fast enough to compete with Ramanamp Red. Also, we had a lot of problems with the lands. Like, in all honesty, the mana base was one of our biggest stumbling blocks. We had 2 matches that, who knows what would have happened if they played out, but the reason we lost them was because we just didn't get enough lands in our opening hand. So I think even with the Traverses, it's possible that 21 lands, like that should maybe be 23 lands or something, especially considering we're actually wanting to cast this stuff a reasonable amount of the time. We have the Lilianas and a couple of Ever Afters, but for the most part, we are actually waiting till turn 5 and actually wanting to hardcast 5 and 6 drops a lot of the time. So I don't know. I feel like this is a potentially powerful idea. I'm really impressed with Razaketh when it gets going with Ever After, but I feel like it's definitely a rough draft of what this archetype could end up being. So I feel like there's a ways to go before it's something that's really ready to compete, and it might need to wait another few weeks until decks that are designed to beat Mono Red become more popular. I can imagine that once, like, say Zombies and Green Black, like, rise up to beat mono red and the format's just a little bit slower, then I feel like something like this maybe is fast enough that it could actually compete with those decks if those were the best decks in the format. So I don't know. I guess that's where I fall on it. It's super spicy, a really cool idea, but I don't think it's quite ready for prime time yet, unfortunately, despite the spice of it. So anyway, that brings us to the end of our league. But I mean, it's Thursday. Our league didn't go well. I think that means that we have to wrap up with a game of Momir. So who's on the top of the Momir list tonight? Who do we got? Who do we got? So at the top of the Momir list, Fearless Joe, Paradox Whispers, Joel, Mr. Viggs, My Dixie, Wanderer, Murray NYC, Danglewrath, Clifty81, Commando Zacko, and that looks like the Momir list for tonight. So who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Yes, you should be able to add yourself to the Momir list, I believe, if you do join Momir, I think? No. Add. I can never do this. Momir is not only for subs. Oh, join. Yeah. Anyway, who do we got? If, I guess number 10. Who was number 10? Number 10's the only one that spoke up so far. All right, I guess, oh, wait. I am the evil one. Is I am the evil one on the list? Oh, further down the list. All right. Commando Zacko. I think it's your time to shine, Commando Zacko. Oh, wait, Dixie. All right, Dixie. You are ahead on the list, Dixie, so send me a challenge. I think you're the highest one that spoke up. I'm going to pull up the Momir lay. Actually, while Dixie is sending me a challenge, last 30-second break, we'll be right back to wrap up our streaming for the week with some Momir. Hang on. I think, are we back? All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Hang on just a second, Commando Zacko. I'm trying to see. All right, Commando Zacko, I'm really sorry. I think you've been preempted by Dixie, who is higher on the list. Very sorry to get your hopes up. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, we gotta play Dixie. We gotta go in the order of the list. Sorry, Commando Zacko, but you are near the top of the list, so it'll happen. It'll happen soon. I think our stream is actually going longer than usual. We usually go 6 to 9 on Thursdays is our normal streaming hours, and we're like 8:47. So by the time we play a game of Momir, I think we'll actually be longer than usual. I think Jay Zoller can walk you through it. I'm very bad at the Momir bot, even though it's super awesome. Our record with the Reanimator deck was a disappointing 1-4. So not a super exciting finish by any stretch. But I think the idea is cool. Not sure if it really fits in the format right now, unfortunately. 2:47. Yeah, that's the crazy European time zones. Not great, Caboose. That had some running issues. Pretty slow for mono red, so record was not exciting overall. The kids are going hungry, let's put it that way. So we had a couple of pretty rough decks this week with the Red Black Madness deck and then this deck. Both 1/4s. They just did not perform very well. I mean, I guess that's the risk you take when you play under the radar interesting decks. For every time you strike gold and find something really sweet, there's like 10 decks that are I mean, super spicy and fun, but not really at the top of the competitive scale. Jake is retired from doing content for the time being. So, I don't know what he's up to. I haven't actually talked to him for a while. He decided he was done with content, and I think he's been playing Overwatch or something. I don't know. But he doesn't, I don't know if he really plays Magic much anymore. But yeah, maybe we'll have to see if there's more Pauper in the future. It's definitely possible that someone else picks up the series. Pauper's a weird one. It's either some people love it and it's their favorite format, but then a lot of people don't really care about it. But I think Rough Drafts is going to be coming back soon, so hopefully that's exciting. Hey, see ya, Joel. Good luck on your big test. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll be back on Tuesday, of course, in another one. Yeah, maybe we'll have to play some more Free Win Red again at some point. Next week, maybe we'll play decks that just crush people, but they still have to be spicy. That's the most important thing. I'd rather 1/4 with this spicy Reanimator deck than 5-0 with mono red or something like that. I think I really do have more fun playing decks like this, even if the record's not great. Rough Drafts was just a limited series I used to do. So hopefully you have some more drafting happening on the YouTube channel. Also, keep an eye out tonight. The winner of the Hour of Devastation booster box giveaway will be announced, and the opening video will go up on the YouTube channel. Well, as we wait for Dixie, give Dixie another minute here. Let's do our reminders now while we're waiting. So, of course, the MTG Goldfish replay. If you want to check out this atrocity and this crushing we took with Sultai Reanimator, head over to the replay YouTube. This one will go up tomorrow at some point, but you can find all the old streams there. Normal YouTube, like I said, there was a sweet Against the Odds last night with Fraying Sanity in Modern, if you happen to miss that. Box opening, winner, and opening video going up tonight. Commander Clash tomorrow, and then all the typical stuff over the weekend. Sweet budget Magic deck as well that I think people are going to be excited for. It's something that people have been asking about for a long time, so I'm excited that we finally get to play the archetype. And, of course, the merch page with playmats and t-shirts and all that sweet stuff. Good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. So, anyway, and thank you again to everyone who donated and subbed and followed. Definitely appreciate all that. Gerber? Alright. We made it. Alright, Dixie. So it is Momir time. Time to wrap up our crushing defeat in our standard league with a little bit of fun randomness. Probably asked, but I didn't see it. What deck would you bring if you expect to play 4 straight rounds against Ramanamp Red at game day this weekend? If the goal is just to win, I would probably bring... maybe I would probably just bring maybe zombies. I would probably bring like either zombies or green black. One of those two, I think, is the safest choice if your goal is to just be able to beat red. I'm sure there's other like spicy things out there that can beat red, but I'm not exactly sure what those are at the moment, so I would just probably go safe if my goal is just to win. We start with a Bramble Snap. Tap an untapped creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn and has trample. Actually kind of an interesting card. That could be... I don't know if that would make it as an Against the Odds card, but I could picture playing this card in a deck, which is not true of a lot of cards that you hit in Momir. I could picture a deck that would really want Bramble Snap. So just like make a bunch of tokens, and this is like the sweetest 2-drop of all time. Pass the turn. I've been playing Frank Sandy and Blueback Mill in Modern. The card is insane and massively overperforming. Yeah, that was my experience. The build I played on Against the Odds was a blue-black build that I threw together, and I was very impressed with Frank Sanity as well. It is like occasionally a bad top deck. There were... Opponent gets a Jungle Troll, regenerates for red, regenerates for blue, 2-1 for 3. And look at that art. That is a hideous troll. Oh, Momir. Where else do you see Jungle Troll? It's the beauty of Momir. Alright, we get a 4-drop. But yeah, that was my experience, True. It's sacrifice 2 mountains. I might have considered doing that if we had the option. Well, I can't really be too mad that... Oh, geez. I don't even know. That was a very all-in play. So... Oh, did I say blue? Red and green is what I meant to say if I said blue. So yeah, Frank Sanity, that was my experience. There was a couple of games where I really needed one more mill spell to win the game, and Frank Sanity was a sad top deck. But then... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Nightmares, flashbacks, every Commander Clash... The last 2 weeks have been Mind Slicer games. Hopefully we don't have Mind Slicer games for a while. And I'm saying that as someone who greatly benefited from Mind Slicer. So, what do you think about Mind Slicer in Commander Clash? We get Barrage Ogre, sacks artifacts, deals damage. Is Mind Slicer, give me your opinion. Is this an acceptable Commander Clash card? Like, when you see a Mind Slicer game, do you think, oh, wow, that was powerful, interesting stuff? Or are you like, oh, this game isn't interesting. I'm gonna turn off Commander Clash. Fine once in a while. Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. It's probably not something you want to see all the time. But every once in a while, it adds a bit of spice. Especially if I'm the one doing it. Thundermare. When it enters, tap all other creatures. Sure. Well, I guess we get in some free damage with our horse. Best friends with Crested Sunmare. One of the few other rare horses in the history of Magic. So you play Sunmare on turn 5, then you play Thundermare on turn 6 to tap your Sunmares. Get in there. Leads to horribly boring games. I think it's funny at first, but then watching everyone just top deck gets boring. Yeah, I guess I think that's true. I think I agree. I think I'm in the camp that I think it's fine once in a while, but I don't think it's something you want to see consistently. Oh boy, Avatar of Slaughter. This is usually the card that makes you lose, but because we Thundermared ourselves, I think our opponent's going to win because of this. Usually you just cast this and die because your team suicides, your opponent blocks stuff, and then you lose on the backswing. But I think this Avatar of Slaughter is going to work out. Our opponent hits us for 12. How can we... Wait, how... Did I miss something? How did our opponent make the mana for Avatar of Slaughter? Did they have a creature that made mana and I just absolutely missed it? Alright, well, we get to make a 7-drop. And that means we're dead. Yeah, everything has to attack. We block Avatar and take 12. Yeah, so that does it. Wow, we got slaughtered. Oh, the attendant. Yeah, I was too busy talking about horses. Didn't even realize that we were dying to Croesus's attendant. You can just strip mine and commandeer their mana crypt in Commander. Yeah. That's how I show my friendship with Tomer, is plays like that. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. That's one of my favorite Commander Clash moments. I like to think that if the tables were reversed and Tomer did that to me, I would still think it was a great Commander Clash moment. I'm pretty sure that I would still appreciate that, even if I was on the receiving end rather than the the giving end. We get a flesh. Whoa, 4/4. Whenever it deals damage to a creature an opponent controls, deals that much damage to you. Well, it's big. I will give it that. It is not something we especially want to get chumped. Maybe we got to go aggro here and just make a 3-drop since we have this 4/4 thing. And just try to, like, not skip our drops and just kill our opponent. Ooh, Bygone Bishop. That's a flyer. I mean, it's not insane here, but it is a flyer. So get in for 4. Momir aggro. Is it worth the cost of forever losing any sort of political leverage with Tomer? Oh, man. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Tomer's got the Abacus, so I think he remembers everything anyway, and he gets just as mad if I don't know. He would have got mad about something. That's what I'm trying to say. There would have been something that would have ruined our relationship and put me on his Abacus list. So it might as well be something sweet, like turn 1, steal your mana crypt, and strip mine you. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going beatdowns. Julian Miles, 8 months in a row. Yeah, we're on a 1-4 streak, but it's gonna be broken on Tuesday. I have high hopes. Tuesday, we're gonna break it. We're gonna break the record. Oh man, this thing's horrible. It is killing us quickly. Heartstabber Mosquito. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep going aggro. I think it's still our best bet. The Tweak. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. We're going. Attack, attack, attack. We got a big Landwalker now too. We are dropping to 12. Maybe we gotta stop doing this at some point because we're gonna lose to our own Flesh Weaver. Oh, if our opponent whiffs once, I think it might work. Tomer turning last week into Arch Enemy, then going out in the most Tomer way possible. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a really boring game when it started, because Tomer was so far ahead, but then the fact that he just greeted himself to death really made up for it. Ooh, only a 2/2? Are we going to win on this aggro plan? Is this actually going to work? I almost never do this in Momir, because it almost never works, but I think it might be working. Like, we're not even going to get to 8 drops. Hasty threat? Alright, big flyer, that's fine. Attack with everything. We're still going. It's aggro. Momir aggro. Opponent has the Volshuk Battlemaster. Actually pretty sweet with equipment in Commander. I could see playing this in Commander, depending on your play group. Steal a bunch of swords. Probably better in less budget play groups. Opponent's down to 8. We're down to 8. Our Flesh Reaver is really doing a number on us, but I think we got lethal through any creature. Our opponent needs like a lifelinker or something. We're getting there with Flesh Reaver aggro. The deck had some issues. Opponent gets Pardic Dragon. So we attack with everything. I think that does it. Wow! It worked! The Flesh Reaver plan actually worked. Yeah, the deck was 1-4. So the breakdown, from what I remember, we lost to Mono Red twice, which probably going to happen a lot with that deck. We lost against Mono Blue Control, also probably going to happen a lot with that deck, except you won't play Mono Blue Control much. Now we lost to Mulliganing, And then we beat Blue-White Monument. so I think that's the TLDR of Sultai Reanimator tonight. I do think the deck is a little better than it looked. I think it's a little better than it looked, but I also think that it's probably going to struggle in a format with a lot of mono red. Super sweet, but not super fast. It's more of a late game deck, and without the right draws, really hard to keep up with fast decks. We have a Snapping Turtle. Has Shroud as long as you control no untap lands. Kind of funny how this used to be a drawback because of mana burn, but now isn't as much of a drawback. Opponent gets Order of the Sacred Torch, counters a black spell, or actually kind of like life spikes, like a mana or life ties, a black spell. Oh no, it actually does counter it. You pay a life, tap it, counter a back spell. Okay. For some reason I was thinking it was counter it unless you pay one. That's actually pretty good. Huh. I don't know why I never played that card in Commander. I mean, it's obviously situational, but that's pretty powerful just to be able to tap to counter something. I mean, the deck did do cool things on occasion, every once in a while. Yeah, Commander 2017 spoilers start next week, which is always exciting. That probably means I probably have to do a review with Commander, with Tomer of the new Commander cards. Opponent gets a Sparring Mummy. We've hit a lot of standard cards this Momir game for some reason. More than you'd think. We get Stormwatch Eagle. Sacrifice a land, return to your hand. Ugh. Okay. Well, we do have the Flying Curve, which can be pretty good in Momir. I can't wait for Commander Clash of the new Commander decks. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have to wait till like October or November because they never release them very quickly on Magic Online, unfortunately. And it'll probably come in like the Ixalan treasure chests or something. Great Bow Doyen. Archer Lord. Whenever an archer deals damage to a creature, deals that much damage to the creature's controller. Alright, opponent gets in with the Mummy. We get to make a 5. And we get... Oh man! The ultimate mono blue flyer curve. This is like the... the dream draft deck, and it's coming through. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, it seems like an archer should be able to shoot down flyers. Miner's Bane. Okay, whatever. We got the flyer curve. This might actually just win us the game. Timothy, it was a little rough. Deck has a hard time keeping up with mono red, and I don't think it was playing enough lands, which led to some mulliganings. Also, I am sure there were some punts along the way. Although I'm not sure any of the punts impacted our match record. But 6-drop, blue flyer. Oh no. Steely Paladin suicides. Can we race 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 13? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'd have to hit a hasty flyer next turn. So I guess we have to stay back and block with Invoker on the Miner's Bane, probably. I think. Our great bow Doyen needs a better bow. Guardian of Cloverdale. Treefolk Shaman. Make some Kithkin. Gain some life by sacking him. Okay. Well, we're going to need a really good 7-drop. We're kind of far behind here. While flyers are good, we just haven't had good blockers for what our opponent's doing. Seth, I need your insight, please. Most LGSs around here are limiting pre-orders for Commander 17 to August 10th. Do you believe we'll have the full spoiler before the 11th? Your ranking was amazing last year. It really helped. Yes. I believe that this is spoiler week, and the whole spoiler should be out on the 10th. I don't think that if I did a ranking or an article or anything, I don't think that would be up by the 10th. That probably at the earliest would be next weekend if I did one. So like the 13th or so. So that's so there probably won't be a ranking, but the whole spoiler will be out, and we'll definitely be talking about it on various social media and stuff like that, even if there's not a full article. So you should have a good sense on what the best ones to buy are. Hey, Sexy Hexy. Does Sexy Hexy save us here? We're at 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, I guess we get in with our flyers. So, Hexaplate, gonna keep us alive for the time being. What do you think I might take of Turbo Fog? Let me see, sir. Opponent. Ooh. Alright. Our opponent can actually keep that alive, unfortunately. I like Kefnet. I think it looks pretty good. I like it. It reminds me a lot of the list that we played a while ago. But no, I think it looks solid. What can we hit here? Are we to the desperation? We need like Bounce Kraken? We might be to that point. Hoverguard Sweepers doesn't quite do it. Well, we get an 8-drop. Spin the 8-drop wheel. See if we have some luck. 8-drop. Tidal Kraken. Do we live? Block? Unfortunately, we can't block this. Well, I guess we can, but we take damage. So, chump. Block, block, block. Go to 1. Alright, I mean, I guess we technically live one more turn. Yeah, I think it looks good, sir. Kefnet is pretty powerful in the Turbo Fog list. What do you got, opponent? Paying for the dragon. So we got one turn to hit a literal... I mean, I think we're down to like Platinum Empyrean and Bounce Kraken. There's just the Soot Feather Flock. There's not much else that saves us in this situation. Opponent passes on the attack. Okay. Well, opponent's giving us a chance. Boy. And that's a whiff. Block. Block. Wait. Block there. Block there. Block there. Block there and die. So we can't attack. Oh, opponent blocks. Opponent blocks. Yeah, I guess we just gotta pass. Why do you think the Grizzlebrand combo decks aren't as prominent today in the modern meta? There's probably a combination of reasons. The rise of graveyard decks makes sure everyone has graveyard hate. Also, the rise of Death Shadow leads to tons of Thought Seizes and so forth, probably more than there used to be, which are pretty good when you're kind of an all-in combo deck that really needs 2 or 3 certain pieces in hand. Laube? Also pretty deadly. So I don't think we're dead this turn. We're going to lose our Elder Dragon, though. So we're definitely to bounce Kraken time if we're going to keep living. Opponent passes. Nicole Bolas, the dead Pharaoh. All right. This is it. This is our last chance. Come on. Come on, deck. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bedlam Reveler. We get a land drop. Pass the turn. I mean, if our opponent attacks, we're just dead. There's no coming back from here. Yeah, we did a Sultai Reanimator League, and then we're just finishing up with a game of Momir here to wrap up the stream. Yeah, Surgical has seen a huge increase in play as well. And Stuffy Doll. Well, we're dead in multiple different ways. Yeah, there's the deck list. There will also be a replay of the stream up on the MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube tomorrow. Although, I don't know if it does the best job of displaying the power of the deck, unfortunately. Think it's better than it looks, or looked in the stream, but still probably not as good as it needs to be to really compete. Well, alright, opponent. This is it. Either you kill us or we kill you, because we have double Tidal Kraken, and we are going to Kraken for 12 unblockable damage. so if you continue to be merciful, my Dixie, it's on you. The Gorilla Titan. 8/8 for 5 if there's no cards in your graveyard. Yeah, there's a big attack. And the Stuffy Doll damage. Yes, thank you, Stuffy Doll. I mean, yeah, alright. You got us. Good game, Dixie. Good game, Dixie. Good game, good game. Oh, Momir. So, I guess that brings us to the end of our stream for the night. So, 1 and 4, our second 1 for the week. I promise, next week, 5-0s. We got to think positive 5-0 thoughts over the weekend as we wait for the Tuesday stream. And then we'll find some sweet janky brew, and we'll just crush everyone with it. Good game, good game. So that brings us to the end. So 1-4 with Sultai Reanimator, a bit disappointing. Sweet Momir, though, and I still think Sultai Reanimator is sweet. It's a deck that I want to remember because Liliana, Razakath, those pieces stick around. So maybe in the future there'll be a time when we can go super crazy with Reanimation and really be successful with it. So hopefully in the future there'll be a time when we can strike with it. But anyway, I think that brings us to the end of the stream. So until Tuesday, everyone, have an awesome night. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for hanging out. You all are awesome. Definitely appreciate all the subs and donations and just everyone hanging out and having a good time. I always look forward to it. So have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.